Hello, people. Hey, Josie was here. She just jumped out. She'll be back. If anybody's forward to the show today, Josie's back and Ollie's back. Okay,
Hi everyone.
There's a lot of
Hi
static.
Ollie.
Josie, Ollie,
Hey, Josie.
how's everybody doing
I can't
Good,
hear
how
you.
are you?
I hear static.
today?
I can't hear
Can you
you.
hear me? Okay, Josie.
Yes, I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Okay,
There's static. There's static.
okay.
No.
I'm Josie can hear me, but I'm not sure why, Ollie.
Can you hear me, Ollie?
Well, we're going to start the show.
Okay.
I think it's from
Oh, shit,
Ollie's
what are you?
side. If you want to give him a call or something, Josie, and try to fix this up, but I'm going to start the show. And
Okay.
Ali, first of all, I want to. Ollie's coming in again. Okay, Ollie, you're in here twice now.
Oh shit. Well, what do I do?
Hold up.
Okay,
I
can you
kicked
hear
the
me,
other,
Ollie?
I kicked the other Ollie out. I think the other
I
Ollie
can
was
hear
an
you now.
impersonation.
Okay,
Great.
good. All right.
Okay.
I still see two of me.
No, you're down to one now.
Oh, okay.
I kicked. So first of all, I'm going to dedicate this show to Smoking Tommy because, as you
Yeah.
know, Tommy passed away a couple days ago, and a lot of people said goodbye to him. And Tommy and I had issues, but you know what? It has nothing to do with death. It's a horrible thing, and we can only wish Tommy's family the best. And Josie, you
Yeah.
talked to Tom. You talked to Tommy.
Yeah.
You probably the last one to talk to him before he got sick and passed away.
Is that the same? Is that the Tommy guy that got scammed by the other guy? There's someone that got scammed by him.
Yes,
Tommy something.
I'm going to talk to
Right.
Josephine about that, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Josephine, Josie, why don't you tell us about what he was claiming happened to him with FBS?
Well, he said what happened was that FBS called him and asked him to make a $250 donation with a super chat, and he would send it right back to him. So I said, well, what's the purpose of that? You know, I don't really understand the whole super chat thing. You know, I know you have to pay taxes and this and that. And he just said it was to, you know, make everyone else in the chat, I guess Ali, because what had happened was, from what I understood it, what he said himself was that Ali had said, if anyone goes in there and does these super chats,
Oh,
to
match.
let him know,
Yeah, I
and he
know.
would come in and counter. So Tommy basically thought, you know, well, he said that's what that was about, you know, to get people to donate more money. And he did text them to me, but out of respect for him, I would never put that up. You know what I mean? But
Right.
then he was also upset about Vinny, you know, because it was said that by FBS, apparently, I didn't see it, but about him, Vinny scamming the money. And Tommy had sent him $500. And he was worried, you know, he said, is my money going where it's supposed to be going? And I said, I'm sure it is. You know, I don't see Vinny doing that, you know. And so
I like him.
that's where that, you know, that's where that all came about. He told me specifically that that's what happened to him. So, and then Ali, a day or so later, you know, I don't know if it was
I'm
before
sorry.
or after now, but he comes in and he's saying the same thing. So what are the odds?
100%, 100%. It's true. We used to do that. Whoever puts it in, I'd match. So he probably got his friend Tommy to put it in so I can match. And that's what the game was. The FBS didn't go do 11 shows about it and pretend. Trust me, that was the show. Whatever
Well, it's
someone
been
put, I
10
would match.
shows already. And, you know, before we continue, I just want to address a couple of things. Now, I didn't see the video from last night, but apparently the N-word was used. Shanna finally found a voice and is now yapping in the back. You know, I have told her how many times? Multiple times. If you have something to say to me, I'm happy to come on your show. You can come on mine. I don't care. You know, Shanna is 2021, soon to be 2022. You know, you can talk without your husband. Do you have to ask him if you go to take a crap? You know, it's ridiculous. And I'm tired of it. You know, she sat up there talking big shit yesterday about me. And another thing, that fucking idiot, excuse my French, Lefty Guns. Let me tell you something, you dickhead. You know, when you went to the store, apparently to buy a false nose, you know, and you put it on, when you took the false nose off, there was no difference. You know, you wasted your money. So take that freaking nose back and get your fucking money back.
And what I like to say, Lefty Guns came on, a white guy last night, and he's dropping the N-bomb. And I'm thinking to myself, these people are laughing about it.
Yeah,
and now today, FBS took down all his videos just to make things straight. FBI took him down, not YouTube. So he might be looking to get some. I'm sorry, Ali, why do you think he took him down?
Listen, I don't know, but I can tell you one thing. All FBS does is trash talk people. He acts like he's a different show, but here are the stats. And since December 11th to December 18th, he had one show with that guy from Bronx and the Tail, and the rest were about Tony, Lee, me, Josie, and everybody else. That's all he knows how to do. That's all he does. He calls it a business, a job, whatever. He can call it whatever he wants. He gets on and just trash talks. That's all you do. So, but you blame Tony and saying they can't make money without you. You can't make money without them. And prove it, buddy. You had one show. I have stats. I have the numbers for the last 3 months.
Can I ask you a question, Ali? I mean, how did this, you know, because he says he would call you every day and that, you know, you had said to him, if people come in there and try and outdo you, to call you. So what made you feel some kind of way about this time? Because
normally the people that we do wars with, I see them every day on the line. I see them every day. So I know that they're there, they're legit. Right. This guy came out of nowhere. And he puts some big money. Like a guy that doesn't come on, puts this kind of money, it's like, who is this guy? And the fact that he called me was the afternoon. It wasn't like it was the evening time when most of the time you go on. It was like early afternoon. It's like, shit, man, I'm not even watching your show. Listen, I know it was fake. He can say what he wants. Right. And you know what? I got to address something else. Because I don't know if it's a setup or they're trying to do something to me to say, but that guy that he asked, the guy he had donations for.
Yeah, okay, I was going to ask you about that.
I'll tell you this now. I'll send you okay, he texted me once or twice asking me the same minute when I announced it, he asked me to call him or text him, okay? Yeah. So I emailed him 2 times in a row. I have the emails. How do I send the money? Hey, buddy, what's going on? No reply. They don't want me to send the money. I'll tell you why they don't want to send me money. Because they're ready to say, Ali didn't donate. He just wanted to show off. So I have 2 emails. The last 2 emails from Brian, he never replied back to me. I'll put them up today. There's going to be conspiracy theories like Miss Can't Get Laid or these other people that sit there all day for 17 hours in the last week, sit there and just hear people trash talk. I don't know what they go on in their lives. I'm sorry. It's like there's so many things to do in this world, but they sit hours and hours and hear Mr. No Neck go, yeah, fuck Tony, fuck Lee, they can't live without me, fuck Tony. And he does these highlight impressions. What the? Like, I don't understand. Highlight's better looking than you, buddy.
Yeah, because it sounded as though you had promised to donate this money and then you retracted it. That's how they don't want. I got from it. Maybe I'm not going. It wrong, but I'm
not going to do anymore because two emails, not one reply, not one reply. Why? because they're waiting another couple more days to do the show. Everybody, Mr. Ali didn't donate. It was all, but I brought it out now to Lee's channel, so they know. So now that's out.
Well, now there's a post saying that Mr. Neely politely declined your money. So
Of course, he declined my money because I don't understand. Listen, if somebody's desperate, let's be honest now. If somebody's really desperate, if the money came from a pile of shit,
hey guys, you got to see this.
Shit,
Hold up, you got to see this, guys. Billy Jack, who we have, has donated $2.
Yeah, guys, listen, that was a setup. That's easy, right?
What did he say?
You said,
Yeah, of course.
I can't see the
Super chat war. Super chat war. $2.
Yeah, guy, Billy, he just came out of nowhere because everyone knew that I'm on the show. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Brian, if you're really desperate for money, like where does it matter where it comes from, bud? You can't be that desperate to decline my money. Who am I? Who am I? I'm not a murderer. I'm not a rapist. I'm a guy on YouTube that doesn't like FBS. Think of what you're saying. I don't want to take money from this guy, successful guy in London, Ontario, that has a family, blah, 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 blah. But I'll tell you why he doesn't want to take my money, because it was a setup with me. It was all a setup. And I actually think this whole thing was a setup. Because how do you decline money if you're desperate? How do you decline $2,000 when you're desperate?
So what do you think about them coming after your business?
Well, no one ever said.
I think that's the lowest thing.
Hey guys, I can take a break. Wait a minute, guys. I can take a break today. I got Josie here, so Josie's going to take over for me. Josie, good job.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lee.
No, listen, please. I love it. One more thing. Let me address that. Let me address one thing. I knew FBS was an idiot. I'm telling you the truth. I knew he's an idiot, so I set him up. The company on my phone is not my company. Right. So what he did, hold on, what he did, and I swear, call the company, guys. I'm not the owner of that company. So therefore, call that company up. When you slandered that company, that's why the lawsuit's coming, buddy. You slandered a company that you assumed I owned. All I said was Ali from Premium Produce, which is an Ali that works there. So you deal with it later. That's how stupid you are, buddy. You just went, you're just stupid. Yeah. Let him be. I don't own that company. Was it Premium Produce? All your people think that I own a company I don't own. That's how dumb you are. Anyways, keep on going, whatever.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I just wondered about that because
easy, nice. I'm 10 steps ahead of FBS. And one more thing, then you can talk, Lee. One more thing. Okay. Yesterday, I saw a comment that. Oh wow.
Steve Sanderson, $500. Have a good Christmas, Lee, Josie, and Ali.
Nice guy.
Oh, thank you.
Nice guy. So,
Josie, remind me to take care of you. I'm going to send you some money, Josie. Ali, I'm not sending you no money. You're too rich.
Don't send me anything. Don't send me anything. Listen.
Yeah. I don't send rich people money.
I saw a comment. I saw a comment that FBS said, obsessed, whatever, I'm obsessed with them. But listen, here are the numbers. Since me and him got in the fight, I was on one show for 11 minutes, and I've been on this show for about 6 minutes.
Exactly.
So what do we got? 17 minutes invested in FBS. Ready for this?
Yeah.
He's got 19 hours of shows talking about me. Listen,
I know.
19 hours. You got 3 full shows. And so who is obsessed, FBS? Listen, bro, this is the second show. I don't know you. I don't care about you. You need me. You need Josie. You need Lee. And I bet if you never talk to them again, your show goes down. And another thing, those 4,000 people you have, well, half of them are bots. Because your show goes up from 4,400 to 4,000. From 4,000 to 3,600. From 36 to 4. It goes by 3,400s. And I have the screenshots to show you 10 o'clock at night, you have 44. 8 o'clock in the morning, you have 41. What, 300 people after 10 p.m. decide to leave you? Bullshit, FBS. Bullshit.
I like to say one thing. Here's the thing I have a problem with. You know what, Ali? Even say he was right. The fact of the matter, why would you go after a guy that donated $4,000 to you and your family? It makes no sense. It's stupid. There's no excuse for it whatsoever. I don't care what the reason is. You don't attack someone that's been kind to your family.
All I am is a person that watches. I agree, Lee.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I think
it's
that was
poor business.
Wrong too.
It doesn't make sense.
What do you think, Lee, about what he just did to Stacks?
What do you do to Stacks?
You know,
well, here's the thing with Stacks. And here's the thing with Stacks. Everybody knows I've had issues with Stacks. But I
Right.
never had a problem with Stacks coming after me because I did some things to Stacks. So
Right.
Stacks countered me. Okay, I could deal with that. No problem. But the fact of the matter is, what this guy does, FBS, he goes and uses other people to do his dirty work because he doesn't have the balls to do it. Anytime I've been attacked, he's went to Josie, he's went to Stacks, he's had people attack me because he doesn't like to get his hands dirty.
Well, he doesn't.
But
He
now,
never really came to me, Lee. No, I mean, what I got was very minimal.
right.
Not really. But the thing with Stacks is, they sit up there, and they did this last night. Apparently, I'm told this. I didn't see it. They were talking about drug addiction, how they want to help people, this, that, and the third. Yet instead of, saying what he did was he got up on his show and he said, "Oh, I heard Stacks was under the influence. Is that true?"
Yeah, he said that.
Now, if he's
Yeah.
a friend of Stacks, why wouldn't he have called him and said, "Hey, is this right?" Something like that. You're supposed to be wanting to help addicts and all of that. Do you think that's the way to go about it? And the other thing is, according
Does
to
it all the
them,
time.
everybody's an addict except them two. When she's sitting there literally popping pills, and it wasn't Tylenol, because Tylenol you normally would take two and they're oval. This pill was not that. So, you can't sit there and accuse other people of being addicts and this, that, and the third, when you are clearly were addicts, whatever they're doing now, who knows? I wouldn't say they were, but, they called Tony Pizza an addict. Now, bad as Tony Pizza is, far as the way he carries on, he looks clear to me. You know what I
Tony's
mean?
got an army.
Then you've got who else were they talking about?
Well, I'll give you an
everybody,
example.
essentially. Everybody's
Gene
an addict now.
Barillo has never been known to be a junkie or an addict, but it's continuously said. There's no evidence that the man's ever, and I talked to him. He told me, "Lee,
Right.
I've never done drugs. These people are full of shit. This is what they've been doing." They call
Right.
me a drug addict,
Right.
and look at me. I look like a fucking drug addict. I mean, okay, so let me get these up. First of all, Billy Jack again. Hey, Billy Jack's alive. FBS hired me as a decoy. He promised me 20%. He never paid me a dime. So I'm putting.
Listen. Hey, Lee. Billy Jack just came now, but the last 3 days, go see if he left a chat or a message on SBS's show. He wasn't. He's never been on.
Yeah, it's someone pretending they're Billy Jack, just
Of
having
course.
fun.
I'll do the same thing. At least you
Redacted.
get some money.
Redacted $15. The amount of protection by those two.
Hey, how much did he give you? How much did he give you right now? How much did he give you?
Who's redacted? Oh,
Billy, how much did Billy give you?
$5.
Okay, Billy.
$5.
Okay, let's see. Tough. $1,000 each right now. Right now on Lee's store, on Lee's show. Right now, me against you on Lee's show. Let's see.
I'm not going to stop you.
$1,000 right now. Come on, Billy. This is where the fakeness comes from. You want to act tough? Let's do it now. Me and you. Hold on.
Billy, you better listen to him.
I'll make a deal, Lee. If he gives me $1,000, I'll give you $2,500 right now.
Oh my God.
Just 1,000.
Oh, Billy.
No. I want to see this guy. I know who he is. He's God spoken half best. They don't have $1,000 together.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, big shot. What's money? $1,000. You'll screw me right now. He won't do it. It's Gunsmoke.
Redacted $15.
Exactly.
Let me read these.
Listen.
Let me read these. Redacted $15. 1 second. Amount of protection for those two, FBS and company, is staggering. Right. Mob Rat's exposed. Thank you, Mob Rat. Gene B's book stinks. If that's what you think, dude, you can think what you want. I read the book.
To be honest,
I enjoyed it.
God.
I don't like Gene Barillo.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But you know what? Just because, and that's the right of us. We don't have to like people. But, here's the amount of, whether people like this or not, I don't like John A. Light, but John A. Light and Gene Barillo, if you remember, they did kind of start the mob genre. Huh?
They did, yeah. But listen, I'm afraid of Billy. I'm sorry, I'm afraid of Billy. So Billy, You're here. You're on. You're not gone. Let's do it. Me versus you. The reason is FBS. You're getting the money back. No, I'm being serious. If I'm scared of him, let's do it. Listen, me and Lee don't know each other, so I'm not benefiting Lee.
Nope.
There's nothing going on here. So let's do it. Because there's a count you go to FBS's show because he's your friend.
And as people know, I don't come on here. I don't come on here ever asking for money, and I don't even have a button that you could send me money to. I just have the super chats. That's it. And I don't even do many lives. If I did lives all the time, and if I did ask for money, I would do as well as FBS. But I don't do lives. You know why?
Right.
It's very exhausting to do lives.
You have more people to watch your show than FBS does.
Yeah, but
you have way more people to watch your show.
Ali basically gave him, the amount was minimized as well. He only gave me like $2,000, and it's nearly closer to 4. And the thing about that is, just be grateful. Even if there might have been like a misunderstanding, miscommunication, whatever it was,
exactly.
He could have handled that a whole different
within 24 hours.
Instead of getting up here and bashing the man for 10 shows when he gave you close to $4,000.
17 hours.
He's got numbnuts sitting behind him, yak, yak, yak. Now she was saying yesterday about, I'm told this, I didn't see it. But she said, sometimes I put my phone to the ceiling. Let me tell you something, Shanna. The reason I put the phone to the ceiling, if I'm sitting around in my 90 looking like hell, I'm not going to put myself on here. No, unlike you in your grungy t-shirts looking like you just fucking finished cleaning the toilets. I'm not doing that. That's why I put my phone to the ceiling.
Also,
so you can kiss my ass.
Atta girl. Listen, is she a nurse?
No.
Okay.
No, she's a nurse.
What I understand is her son lives with her, right? That's what I hear. But
yeah, well,
she was a nurse.
They're saying they were both drug addicts together.
But what I don't understand is
I'm wrong with that.
What I understand is her and her husband. Her and her husband smoke so much in that house. They smoke so much in that house. If she's a nurse, she sees the most crazy shit in the hospital, and she smokes in front of her son. You know what? You should be taking your son should be taken from you. How do you smoke in front of your son?
One of those things.
Both of them
I'm
smoke.
not going to diss her job or whatever.
Listen,
but at the same time, you're not even on my fucking level. Okay,
100%.
You're not even on my
Trailer
level.
park trash. Who
I don't
smokes in
even
front of
know
their kids?
why she thinks she can even speak about me. You're not even on my level.
Listen, perpetual motion says Lee's going to lose his benefits. Let me explain something to you. It's the end of the year, and I could actually make like about $3,000 before the end of the year. So you're talking out your ass, perpetual motion. But I like you anyway.
Yeah, I mean, people can agree or disagree, but I draw the line when you go after people's jobs, when you're trying to go, get real low down and dirty. And we're really above that. I'm above that. I'm not even going to go there with it. Do what you want, say what you want from here on out. But I will tell you this. I've offered you can talk to me any old time. I'll come on your channel or you go either way. Any channel, in fact. And see if you can talk without your husband.
I'm going to drop a link. I'm going to drop a link.
Listen, his new name is Mr. No Neck. Mr. No Neck. But you know what we just did to him, man? We just gave him a free show. He doesn't have any content, so we just gave him a free show.
Exactly.
You know what? Listen, he doesn't do research. He calls it a business. Listen, you don't have a business. You said yesterday you don't have a job because you said you can't garnish wages. You don't get anything in your name. You don't get paid. I don't know how you have a job if you don't get a wage or a check or anything. I don't understand. He lies about everything. But it's a business. You're a businessman. You're a businessman.
He'll have a show for the next week now with this.
That's all he knows how to do.
And my first thought was don't even.
1 second. Let me say, I just want to say one thing. I live a very comfortable life. I'm not a rich man. I live in a nice place. I have a nice car. I like my life. But don't make it sound like I'm some crazy drug addict that don't have no place to live and I have no car. This is what they do. They go after people's life. I mean, they're scumbags. That's what they do. I don't talk about FBS's life. I don't give a shit what the guy does. But
Here's what
Yeah, it's just it's just a low shit to do, I think. Especially going after people's livelihood, their businesses and whatever. That really pissed me off. You know, but at the end of the day, it don't matter to me, but you know.
We have an international show today. Josie's in England.
Yes.
Ali's in Canada, and I'm in the United States.
This is why I'm dressed up. We're getting ready to go out and eat dinner and shake a leg, maybe. And I might even have a couple of drinks. When I get back, I'll call you and Shanna. Maybe you can help me get over it. For
don't call them drunk, then they'll call you an alcoholic.
No, you know, I might have a couple of drinks. So, you know, I'll call you while I'm, you know, when I get back, see if you can help me the way you're helping everybody else. Calling everybody drug addicts.
And you know, this guy's been trying.
Yeah, here you guys.
This guy's been trying to destroy me for a long time. It's kind of funny. I'm still here, and he's having all this issue now.
I can't hear you guys. Something's going on.
Can you hear me?
I can hear static. Can't hear you.
It must be a Canadian thing.
Did you say someone was coming on, Lee?
No, I dropped the link for Mob Rats if you wanted to come on. But okay. I don't think that's the real Mob Rats. Can you hear us at all, Ali? Hey, can you call Ali and tell him?
I can't hear you guys.
Can you call him and tell him to hang up and come back in?
Yeah, hang it up, come back in. I'll give him time.
Yeah. Get me back in. I can't hear you.
Hang it up. Come. There you go. Yeah, yeah. I just think it's just absolutely ridiculous. You know, I'm not gonna. No, I didn't really want to even give a response, to tell you the truth. But you know, there's some things you have to. You know,
Jacob, I don't know who you are, Jacob. What's going on?
Not much. Can you hear me, or am I echoing too bad?
Ali, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Ali, you can hear me, right?
A question for Ali. For whatever reason you sent it, nobody forced you to send anything, right?
Yeah.
You sent it on your own free will.
I sent it myself, all of it.
Right.
Go ahead.
So, I mean, I understand that you think you were scammed, but I don't.
No, Jacob, there's a rule. There's a rule. The rule is I match everybody. So if he's getting people to put in, so I match them, now we're cheating. Remember that. So people are coming in the chat that we don't know who they are, and I have to match them. So right. Remember that. Okay, go ahead.
So just okay. Let's just say a video game, poker, cards, football, whatever. You're betting or gambling that money on your own free will. You've got to lose. You've got to lose. It doesn't hurt you none. So, and I understand that. So, as soon as you feel like somebody's cheating, you walk away. Say, "Hey, it's not for me."
I walked away.
Right, I understand, but you've done a whole lot on something that can't be proven was a scam.
But hold on, no, see, Jacob, I walked away. I said a comment. He started doing shows. If he didn't do the shows, I was gone. Remember that. He started doing live shows on me. So now I got to defend myself. If he didn't say nothing, I would have said it to one person and walked away. I wasn't on YouTube. I was never on a show before we got in a fight. Remember that. So I'm not here looking for shows. I'm not here just looking for the shit. So it was him that started to do a live show on me. So then I'm like, listen, bro, I gave you all this money. Hold on. I felt like I was scammed. Let's say I'm wrong. Why didn't you take a couple of days and say, Ali, listen, bro, you got it all wrong within 24 hours? Because he knew he got busted. People do that, okay? When you get caught doing something, you go louder, you scream louder, so you look innocent. That's what he did. He went louder than me, so he looks like he was innocent. If he was innocent, he would have called me up more than twice, say, bro, you got it all wrong, bro. I'm not like that to you. You're my friend. You know, he would have, warmed up a little bit to me. It would have been all over. I'm in business. It's what you do. It's what people do. But when you start going loud.
Like I said, I find it hard for someone to get upset if they're giving the money on their own free will for whatever reason you did.
No. What do you mean? If you think he's your friend, Jacob, you think he's your friend. What do you mean? I thought he was my buddy. What do you mean?
What I'm saying is you found his channel entertaining enough to give money to.
Yeah. All
right. I don't see how anybody can make anybody do anything they don't want. Nobody made you do anything. You did it on your own.
Okay, I want to say something. 1 second.
You don't make sense, man. If you get scammed.
Ali, 1 second.
Go ahead.
Jacob, here's what Okay, you're looking at this from one side because I can say it this simple. Why would anybody in their good conscience insult a man that gave him $4,000 over a period of time? Don't you see something wrong with that?
I don't understand.
Egos, especially in this little mob tube creation, egos are the root of all evil here. Not money. To me, it's the egos. There's enough money to go. The egos are what has put every one of you guys, which I find completely entertaining, to be honest, where you're at. You guys, your egos did all this. Every one of you, not just one, not just one.
But wait a minute.
No,
wait a minute.
I agree. My ego did. At the end, for defending myself, yeah. Because people start calling me names and shit.
And just so you know, Jacob, I do 1 or 2 lives a week. If I wanted to, I could be doing 2 lives every day, making a shitload of money, but I don't do it because it's exhausting. Right. I think what you're doing is you're protecting FBS, even though he's wrong and attacking a man that gave $4,000 to his family. Who does that?
I feel the same.
Nobody.
I feel the same way that Ali feels at the lottery ticket at the 7-Eleven every time.
But they're not scamming me. There's not already a winner.
Sometimes
you're trying to tell me. Hold on, Jacob. If the lottery says play this number, you win $1 million, and there's no million, that's a scam, my friend. That is a scam. I gave willingly, knowing that I'm going to win $1 million. I'm going to hope. So when I donated to this guy to match it, I thought we were going to match the other ones. This one was all fake. It was all fake. It was all fake.
I'm sure you're going to find somewhere else to be able to give money to.
Bro, it's not about the money. It's not about the money, Jacob. It's not about Jacob. Let me ask you something. Do you believe that Billy guy was real?
Well, I've been watching all you guys from the beginning. Yeah. I mean, I remember when FBS had like 70 something subscribers. So I've seen that, not the Billy Jack name, but I've seen the other name.
Okay, Billy. Okay, let me ask them. Okay,
but I wouldn't know. I didn't know who Billy Jack was when he came on.
Because they changed his name. Why did he change your name? How old are you? 12? Why did he change his name? Seriously, listen. Let me ask them. And who sends? Let me ask them. Why would somebody send 100 in 1 minute, 100 in another? If you're gonna donate money, legit as a buddy, you donate $500 and you go home. But why did he donate 100 in 1 minute? Because they needed to get me on the chat. So they have to send 100. Wait a minute to Ali Chabar, another 100. Wait a minute. Like, why are you sending in $100 every minute? If you want to donate to your friend, legit donate. But why did you do it that way? Because I invented that way. It was me to bring people online, to bring people, to bring them in. Because FBS would call me, goes, Ali, I need money today. Can you put a super chat in and make people donate to me? It was all FBS's. He would call me and tell me to do this. I did it willingly, but he was the guy behind it. Remember that.
Well, let me ask you a question. Why don't you go on FBS show and YouTube?
Bro, no. See, why would I go on a show?
You've been on everybody else's show. Why don't you go on FBS's show where this all started? It didn't start with Lee. It didn't start.
No. Because you know what? He wants me to. The problem is he wants me to.
You haven't been on Tony Pizza's show yet because he doesn't. He's already made it clear that he doesn't deal with any Muslims. So you're not going to go.
What did this guy say? What'd you say?
Tony Pizza said he won't take $1 from you because he hates Muslims. He hates fucking Muslims, and he won't ever take $1 from you.
Okay. So let me ask you something.
Hold on. Jacob.
How do you know I'm Muslim? How do you know I'm Muslim?
I don't. I have no clue. But Tony,
you know in Lebanon, half of the country is Catholic.
Look, Tony doesn't need proof to cast you into whatever he wants to cast you into. And Lee, let me say this, because I've heard you mention that little spoof or whatever where the N-word was used. Tony Pizza uses the N-word every day to describe anybody that he doesn't like to.
You're a fat fuck, guy.
Let me say something. Okay,
look at you.
You're right. But wait a minute. I want to ask.
Get this guy out of here.
1 second. Hey, listen. I'm going to mute you. I'm going to mute you, dude.
Listen.
Chill out for a minute.
I got 3 minutes.
Chill out for a minute.
3 minutes.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
No, dude. It's my show. I'm going to mute you. Let me talk, okay? Please. Okay. Now, here's the thing. You see racist stuff consistently being said on FBS's show. And are you going to say anything about that? You never see racist stuff on this channel, ever. But you'll see it on Tony's channel. Huh?
Can I
Okay.
speak?
Mob
So
Talk
you'll see it
Radio,
on-
Mob Talk Radio is legit.
Can
He's
I,
right.
Yeah,
can I
Mob.
speak?
Yes.
Okay. I don't necessarily. I've never heard you say the N word, but I mean, that's not what we're talking
You
about.
don't hear nothing
We're talking
racist
about-
on this channel ever.
I mean, from one white male
Why
to
would he
the
bring
other. I
up
mean,
Muslim?
that's borderline. I mean, I don't ever say that to anybody else. I don't go, hey, yo, from one
that's
white
true.
man
That's
to
true.
another. But
That's true.
here's
But
the
can
thing,
I
Tony,
say something real quick
I mean,
on this?
yes.
Because the thing
Release
about
time,
it is,
release it.
can I just say something real quick? FBS,
Yes.
they say he says a lot of the time that yeah, Tony Pizza says racist things every freaking day. You do hear racist shit, and so then to have someone on your show after you've gone and said that's using the N-word like all throughout, from what I hear. I mean, I didn't see it, so but it's hypocritical. That's all I'm saying about it. I mean, I can't change how people feel or what people think about black people, but you can't get up there and say that you don't agree with people being racist. Tony Pizza's racist, blah, blah, blah.
Fuck you up,
And then
Tony.
you let someone on the show that uses that word throughout, and him and Shanna are sitting there laughing.
Right. And another thing, just real quick, I mean, Smoking Tommy, again, another person that I've seen pop in here and get his few minutes that made him feel like he was on top of the world. That's great. I'm glad he had that.
Always getting shut down.
But the thing is, Tony, listen to how he sent him off. Listen to how he sent him off talking about him. It's horrible.
Oh, no, that was horrible.
Without a doubt.
I don't understand how you
Without a
guys
doubt.
I don't understand how anybody can align with this guy. He is
No,
horrible.
well-
FBS, hey, look, FBS is a very headstrong, egotistical person. I'm not saying that in a bad thing. I'm not saying that because that's what you all are. You all are. That you wouldn't be out here doing what you do. But
right.
Lee,
The thing is, with like Tony Pizza, I don't consider myself aligned with him. All I did was make peace.
Yeah.
As with him, as with Lee,
He
as
works
with
for
everyone,
FBS. Get him
because,
off.
it was just like, you end up fighting with everybody on here. It's crazy. So I basically made peace with him. He's doing his own thing. I'm not aligned with him. I'm really not aligned with Lee. Lee,
Hey, Jacob.
we're
Wait,
good.
Jacob.
Spoken.
Jacob, I
I don't
appreciate.
mind coming on his show. I'm
Jacob,
sure he
the
won't
fucking
mind coming on
fathead.
mine.
Who, me?
There's no
Jacob,
reason
I
not
gotta-
to have peace, is there?
It's pretty big, buddy.
it is
Ja-
big.
Jacob, I got to take you from the studio. I got common sense coming in.
Hey, it
Get him out. Get him out. Thank you.
Okay. Common sense, how you doing?
What's going on, man? I just have a quick question that could resolve all of this, right?
Stop.
So Ali, your biggest gripe with FBS is that you believe that these cash apps and these donations were all a fraud, a conspiracy to
No, hold on.
drive up the money to get you to donate, right?
Hold on.
Let him ask the question, Ali.
Okay, go ahead.
My question is that your belief is that the cash apps were fake and he hasn't been donating. He's been doing this to drive up the money in order for you to donate, correct?
Yes, I have texts to show that. Yes, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So hear me out on this. You're
Go ahead.
somebody in business. You deal with banks and checks and everything. Everybody knows that when you have a bank account, you have a routing number, right?
Go ahead.
So on a cash app, when somebody sends you a cash app, every cash app has a routing number attached to it for a bank transfer, correct?
Fair enough.
So if FBS goes onto his cash app, all he would have to do is show that the last 4 digits of the cash app from the money donated by Billy Jack in August and September, before you ever even made your first donation, matches the last ones in December. And then if he showed you that, would you apologize?
I'll give him $1,000 and apologize.
Okay, perfect. So that's a resolution, right?
No, it's got to be the same as Cannon. Remember, he said Cannon donated to him, so they have to match the other guy. Remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got to be Cannon. He's got to be the same. He can't be another. Cannon doesn't have 2 bank accounts. Cannon.
No, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So as long as those 4 digits of the routing number match from August and September to the ones in December, that would solve it, right?
It would solve it.
So, but here's the thing. Instead of instead of you jumping right into a conspiracy, if you have a relationship with somebody like FBS, you have his email or his phone number, whatever. Why didn't before you came onto this thing and started airing him out on all these other channels that you know he has a problem with? Why didn't you talk? Hold on, Ali. I'm asking a question, and then you can say your piece.
Okay.
Right. So I'm asking you, did you go and talk to him before you went out and jumped on all these other channels to jump down the guy's neck to accuse him of doing something defamatory? Yes or no?
Buddy. Hold on. I'm not going to give you a fucking yes or no answer. I told one person offline on a chat. One person. He did a live show. It could have been solved. Remember, one person to 2,000 people or 1,000 people. You can't just say that, buddy. I told one person. If you find I told two people, I'm wrong. One person I told. Don't tell me
one person you told what?
I told one guy on a chat what I thought No Neck said. He went on a live show and said it to me. He could have ended it. He could have called me, talked to me. He left 2 chats within 10, 20 minutes, whatever it was, and he did a live show the same day. He didn't give me any time. So if I got mad, if I felt hurt, I would have got over it in 12 hours. He would have called me. Listen, we all go through life this way, guys. No one does something like this and goes live on a show and just kill the guy that gave him all this money. The guy went crazy at me. Remember what I'm saying?
1 second,
he went fucking crazy.
Let me ask a question. Common sense. So what do you think about Tommy coming out and saying what he did on his deathbed?
I don't know what Tommy said.
Tommy said that he was asked by FBS to send money in, and then FBS would return the money to him to start the wars and get it up. Do you think Tommy was lying on his deathbed?
I don't know, Tommy. Go ahead.
Do you think Tommy would just make it up?
And another thing, I lost the stream.
Okay, can you hear me now? Okay.
Okay.
Ask him the question again.
Guys, I'm gonna get going.
Where do you go?
Dinner.
Why didn't you answer that question?
Do you have anything you want to ask me, Lee, before I go?
Do you think that Tommy was telling the truth?
Yes. Why would he? You're on your. Listen, when I first started talking to Tommy, this was several months ago. He told me then that he was terminal, that he was dying, and we would talk virtually every day. He would text me, he would send me these long emails and long texts, and I would talk to him when I could, and I brought him on the show a couple of times, and I think you did, and maybe FBS did. Now, the thing with Tommy is he was a little bit quirky, but I don't see him. This is, you've only got a short time left. These are your last few days on Earth, and you're going to lay there and think, all right, let me mess FBS over. Let me leave out on here with a lie. When people are dying, they usually tell the truth, no?
Yes, you're right.
So, no, I mean, I've got the text. I just wouldn't put, out of respect for him, he didn't know that this was going to happen. You know what I mean? And it's a shitty thing to do. So I'm not going to do that. But I know what he texted me. And in his mind, when he was dying, that's what he said happened.
Okay.
Do I think he was laying there thinking, my last act on Earth, let me fuck over FBS? No, I don't. Do you?
No, I don't at all. I think that there's no I think it's almost impossible that he did it on purpose, and that this is one of the questions. And on top of that, you have to remember that when FBS came on, he said that he thought Tommy disappeared because he drove him away. He scared him. FBS never said nothing kind. He never said nothing kind about Tommy. Tommy was on his show. Tommy donated money, and he still treated him like shit at the end of his life.
I
come on.
Some of Tommy's texts, and what Tommy was saying was that he felt everyone was going against him. They were jumping all over him. I read them out. I read out the texts that I thought were okay to read out. And he basically was hurt and upset. I mean, to say I chased him off. The man was dying, for God's sake. Oh God, I don't even know what to say to that. But he was worried if his donation to Vinny was, going to be used for what it was going to be used for, because that was said, And I said, no, it's fine. I said, no, I don't see Vinny or Joe or any of them doing that. Tom either, but he was worried about that. And, he had the presence of mind to tell me that, didn't he? Was that a lie?
Yeah, no, I don't think he was lying at all. So
go.
Ali, what do
I
you?
wouldn't say he was lying or just trying to cause it. No, the man was on his deathbed.
Yep.
I mean, my God,
So how's everything going? Josie? How's everything in England?
It's very good. Seeing everybody, they're all crazy. We're gonna go and eat and hang out for a little bit, and that's about it, really. It's good to be home for a bit. I can eat my regular food, my bread and stuff that I like, and it's very pretty. I might do a video later because we're going to go up to the West End, and that's where all the lights are and everything's really pretty. London Bridge is beautiful, at night. It's cold though, but I may do a video and post it later. I'll see.
Okay.
It's hard to put shit up on here because they take it and rip everything you do apart. So.
I appreciate Josie. I appreciate you coming on today. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone.
See you,
Take care, Ali.
You're a sweetheart. Thank you.
I'll talk to you soon. All right. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Lee,
okay.
Let me say something. See, there's some great shows on this genre. MRE, Mob Talk Radio, Gotti. There's no drama. Vinny and Joe, it's amazing in there. There's no drama. There's only two people, FBS and Tony. They can't do what the other guys do. They don't have the education. They don't know what to do other than bash people. Okay, that's all they do is bash. FBS has promised, I think 1,000 times, he will never say Tony's name again. But 24 hours, he's saying it again. FBS. Listen, bud, stop talking about people. That's all you know how to do. You trashed, and the people that you have supporting you, they're the same. They like drama. They like people. They like when you bash people. That's what they like, because in their lives, I don't know what's going on in their lives, these people that watch you, but there's some people that I've seen for like 15 days come on and just listen, nothing but drama, nothing good. Nothing good. Fuck Ali. Fuck Tony. Fuck this guy. Like, it's all you do is say that. It's like trailer park trash. It's like, bro, you got no content at all. Now he's gonna come on and say, I have no content. I have no content. But listen, bro, stop it. If everyone just gets along, no fights. It'd be you know what? We don't need FBS and Tony. We watch everybody else. They're great shows. But the problem is, that's all they do is just talk about people. Talk. Fuck, their lives are miserable. Fuck.
Hey, Jimmy Rocco makes a great thing I want to answer right here. Josie called Lee terrible things, no excuse. Then she raged about Tony and called him a racist, but now she loves them both. No, she doesn't love us both, Jimmy. We've came to an agreement not to attack one another. Basically, that's what it comes down to.
Already love, buddy?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Jimmy. You're a regular here. I respect you. You've always been very loyal, and it's greatly appreciated. And you have every right to say what you're saying. But you know what? I don't think we've seen who Josie really is. She got caught up in something, and so did I. And I'm not going to get caught up with that shit, but I will defend myself against street drug dealers like FBS. If you get caught driving and drinking and driving several times, you have issues. If you deal drugs on a street corner, you have issues. If you're a drug dealer from the street corners, don't come in here judging people because you hit the bottom of the barrel. You did the lowest thing there is to do. So let's remember, dealing drugs on the street corner and getting in a car when you're drunk, having no respect that you might kill somebody. I understand.
Smoking in front of your kids.
Yeah, are smoking in the house. I mean, you smoke in the house.
You know what? That is disgusting. Putting your kid in harm's way, that's fucking sick. I don't care if it's just your house. If it's just you and Tom, Dick, whatever his fucking name is, Chris. Okay, oh well. But you say you have a kid in your house, and of course FBI goes, I love him. He's my best friend. Well, stop fucking smoking in front of him, dude. We all see it. It's disgusting. I go outside to smoke a vape. My house is right here. A vape. I would never smoke in front of my kids because I love them. I actually love my kids. I don't fucking smoke in front of my kids, blow in their fucking face either. I bet you there's not even a fucking window in that room.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's out of gas. I have not eaten in 2 days, but I am asking. I'm not asking for money. But here's the thing, Bob. People have the right to send money. It's nobody's business. That's what it comes down to. It's how you treat the people that send you the money. You know, if this is a business, why would you go after your customers? I mean, we have a business, and our customers are the people that watch us. We have to treat them like customers and with respect. Even if you have a disagreement with somebody, you got to treat them with respect. If someone sends you $4,000, you don't attack them. Lowlives do that. That's what a lowlife does. And now, are you actually going through with this lawsuit, Ali?
But listen, listen, this is the benefit I have, okay? I don't pay for that stuff. It's free. Now, I did start it. I do have the paperwork for it. Now, either get sent tomorrow or not. Hey, listen, I did. I'm not doing it because I'm going to win or not. I did it. First of all, he said a company name that he wasn't supposed to say. Okay? He sits there and does 11 shows and puts the guy's name. He has nothing better to do. Listen, I'm not your enemy. Remember who I am. I'm a guy that used to watch your show and donate to you. I'm not your competitor. Chris, please listen. I'm nothing. I'm just a guy that donated money to you. For you to have hatred to a guy that donated money to you, that's fucked up. In my life, in my world, I have customers. Even if they drop me, even if they fucking drop me, I will always talk good about them because one day, if I was a smart businessman, I'd get them back.
Yep.
You, bro, you have nothing. You know nothing about business. What you did is you let all that money I gave you, that's it, just gone. Just gone. You went full attack. And I'll tell you why you went full attack. You got no content, buddy. You need stuff to talk about. So you said, I'm going to sacrifice this for another 2-3 weeks. It's been like 12, 13 days. All he does, my name is on every one of his shows. He has my name on the headings. He talks about something that goes back to me. Chris.
Yep.
Chris,
you know, that's what a challenge, and that's a challenge I made to him. He said that I use him to have shows. If you look at any of only one out of my last 20 shows have I mentioned FBS in my title line or on my YouTube, So he's lying. And also Grant says, putting out names, calling cops after talking tough, attacking mentally ill kids instead of sticking up for his friends, the helmet, him and Tony Pizza are trash, need chased from here. Grant, you're entitled to what you have to say, and a lot of people would agree with that.
Hey, Lee, FBS
Yes.
said he did this to start talking about A-Light. The guy talks about A-Light once a month. The guy talks about A-Light once a month. Once a month, he talks about A-Light. Listen, do your show, Chris.
He couldn't shine A-Light's shoes. He couldn't shine Gene Barolo's shoes. He could say what he wants about those guys, but the fact of the matter is, those guys actually were in life, whether you like them or not. So, and when you start ratting, when you start ratting and saying that you're calling the cops and all that, you're no better. You know
what is that? Who calls the cops? Fuck is this, man? It's fucked up. He calls the cops on Tony, but you're doing the same thing Tony's doing. I don't understand. Listen, I wish all these shows were like peace, whatever, none of this slander, but we all know Tony is a fucking idiot. He doesn't have a pencil or a paper to write anything down, so he's just going to talk trash talk. Tony doesn't have anything but to talk trash talk. FBS, maybe he can do every 10 days. He can do a show on something, but that's all they know how to do. And you know what? Going forward, watch. That's all they know how to do. Before I leave, because I got to leave.
Yep.
I want everyone to know, Brian did not email me back. That $2,000 was getting donated to him. I have emails. He did not email me back. So if he was desperate, remember, guys, I'm not a murderer. I'm just a guy on YouTube that had a problem with FBS. I'm a good guy. I have kids. Remember, for you not to take my money from a guy from London, Ontario, owns a business, has gone to school, has got kids, his wife's a teacher. My money is more legit than anything out there. but you don't want to take money from me? What the fuck does that say, bro? That's that you're not hurting enough, bud.
I know Brian. I knew Brian before FBS. So basically, it makes no sense to me. And actually, I'm going to ask Brian that question.
But they're going to turn they're going to turn the story around. FBS is going to come on there, which is Miss Can't Get Laid, and just talk about me and say this guy's not legit. I don't know, man. I have 2 legit emails. He never got back. That's it. It's over. It's done. I don't know. He did email me twice before that. Okay. But then I emailed him back when I read the messages saying, hey, man, what's your address again? Hey, bud, you know, because he emailed me. I don't know which email it was. So I went back and emailed him and no response. It's been about 4 days now.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, I'm going to, Ali, I appreciate you showing up today. Thank you for filling us in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So FBS, the last show, I've only been on 2 shows, Lee and Tom. I'm not going to talk about this anymore. Please, bud. Just get it done, man. Do something else, buddy. Leave me alone, okay? That's it, buddy. Love you guys.
Okay.
Thanks, Lee. Bye.
You take care, Ali. Okay. Okay, people. Anybody wants to come up here, I'm going to drop the link. Tell me what you think. I'm going to drop the link right now. I'm not going to take any assholes up here. So if I don't see your face or at least know you, I'm not going to let you in. But there's the link right there. So feel free to come up. But I'm going to read up. I'm going to try to catch up on some of these things and read them. And basically, John O'Master says, Ali, exactly, not many nurses smoke, or had they both smoked close to a pack a day. But I have, yes, smoke in your house, have no respect for who lives in your house. I mean, that's very questionable. And you know what? He can come after me tonight, but I don't care. And that's just who he is. That's the only content he has. He will not do anything without coming after somebody. If it ain't me, it's going to be Tony, Tom LaVecchia, Joe, Vinny. I mean, it's always somebody new. Always. And now he's going after iLight. Really? I mean, iLight came out of the blue and now you're going after iLight? I have an idea. Go meet iLight and say it to his face if you want to be a tough guy. Common Sense, welcome back.
What's up, man? I had to take a phone call, so I didn't mean to cut out. I was trying to get back in, but the stream link disappeared in the chat.
Yeah, I want to ask you
Well,
something.
he logged off?
Common Sense. Yeah, but I want to ask you something. I got you on here. Common Sense, I want to ask you a question. Okay.
Yep.
So what's the deal with, okay, you're defending FBS, but what do you think about the fact that he goes
Hold on. Lee, hold on one second. I'm not defending anybody. I was just asking Ali why he didn't talk to FBS directly before he went on a bunch of other channels bashing the guy with only a conspiracy theory. He didn't have any hard evidence. This is just what he believes. So what I asked him is that okay, why didn't you ask FBS off the record and say, hey, post the routing numbers and I'll apologize?
Dude, oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question. So do you think it's okay that a guy gets $5,000, $4,000 for somebody and bashes that man?
Yeah, because the guy's slandering him. If it's not true, listen, I don't know what kind of principles other people have, but I'm going to tell you right now. If somebody gives me money and we have a relationship, and then the guy calls me out and says I'm doing some scams on him and defrauding him and doing all this shit, and he's going on other channels bashing me, then fuck the guy. I don't care what you gave me. We're done.
Okay.
I'd have been doing the same thing.
Okay. Okay. So what do you think about what Smoking Tommy claimed on his deathbed?
All right. So I had to answer a call, so I didn't hear the whole thing. So you said Tommy on his deathbed did what now? Because I don't know about this.
Basically said that he would be called by FBS. FBS would tell him to start a bidding war, and he would send him the money, but he basically used him to start a bidding war.
Okay, good. So did Smoking Tommy show the text messages and the emails of FBS asking him that, or is he just saying?
You know what it is, Common Sense? You're sounding like a big FBS simp right now. Nobody's
a simp about anything. I'm a person that deals with common sense and critical thinking, dude. I can't just go and say that.
Dude, you're here representing FBS.
I'm not representing anybody. I'm asking questions. Huh?
But you just made
What are you talking about?
just made a statement that it's okay to bash. You just made a statement. It's okay for him to bash someone that gave his family $4,000. You just made a statement that
No,
the
no,
guy
no. That's
is
not
on
what I
his
said.
deathbed that
Lee,
made a statement.
Lee, hold on.
He needs to give
Hold
you.
on, Lee.
He's
That
on
is
his
not what I
deathbed,
said.
and he needs to
I
give you
said it.
evidence.
If somebody's gonna, I did not say it was okay for somebody to give you $4,000 and then you bashed him. What I said is, it's okay to defend yourself against slander and defamation of character, regardless if somebody gives you money. If they don't then turn around the next day and tell you that it was all done with fraud, yeah, I'm gonna fucking stand up for myself and call that guy out. I don't care what the fuck he
Okay.
gave.
Okay. So is it okay that he told people to go after Ali's business right on his show?
I don't agree with that. He's dead wrong for that. That's a personal thing. You don't go after somebody's personal fucking business and income. Absolutely not. I don't agree with that. He's dead wrong for that if he did that.
So what do you think about this battle between Tony and FBS all the time?
I think it's fucking ridiculous. But
On
that's
both sides.
their business. What the fuck's they got? That has nothing to do with me. They go
Why are you
back and forth
cursing?
and they both do
Dude,
it. So they come
dude,
up with shows. Huh?
if you're going to talk to me, stop cursing so much. You don't need to curse. I understand English.
Well, yeah. Well, curse words are part of the English language, but that's all right. I'll do my best.
Okay. What, to curse? If you curse, I'm just going to boot you out of here, dude. I'm just asking
I said I'll do my best not to.
Okay.
So
Okay.
in regards to this Smoke and Tommy situation, right? So, you know, God rest him if he passed away. I'm sorry to hear that's horrible. It's even horrible to do around the holidays, right? But my whole thing is this. If Smoke and Tommy claims that FBS reached out to him and asked him to donate money and he'd give him the money back, just show a text message or email that he did that, and then there's no
He's
discussion about it.
dead.
There's no.
He's dead.
Okay, and didn't you say you talked to his wife?
He died a week ago. I'm supposed to ask his wife about it now, and she's putting him in the ground? How logical does that sound, common sense?
No, I'm asking you. I said you talked to his wife, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she has his phone. If she wanted to go, she said, "Here's the message right here."
Dude, she's
You don't have
burying
to
her
ask her.
husband. Dude, she's burying
So
her
ask her
husband. Why
later.
would she give a shit about this?
Okay, so my point is, why do you give a shit about it then? If there's no proof to it, why are you giving it life?
Because I got a show, dude, and I'm doing it. Okay? I'm defending people that should be defended because people like you, who are FBS's simps, you just believe everything he says.
I didn't say I believed anything he said. I just said I want proof. I'm not going to go and carry on something that somebody says and you can't prove
so
it.
you want proof from them, but you don't want proof from FBS.
What do you mean I don't want proof from FBS? I sent him an email and I said, hey, if you got a Cash App from this guy, on all the Cash Apps, you get a routing number that shows what account that money came out of. And I said, you could easily prove that all that money came from the same person. If you go in your Cash App and you pull up the routing number, they should all match. I don't know whether he's did it, whether he's looking into it or whatnot, but that would solve it, wouldn't it?
Everybody's looking into it, dude. If you can't smell something dirty here, I think you're in the wrong line of business.
I don't understand. What do you mean about smelling something dirty? If somebody donates a Cash App, you lose.
Because you go on these channels always talking about snitches and shit, but yet you're.
I don't talk about
one.
snitching with anybody. You tell me who I talked about snitching for. Who did I do that to?
You don't talk about Gene Barillo all the time?
Never spoke about Gene Barillo once in my life. Show me.
Okay, you blocked out here. I can't hear you. Jacob, I'm gonna bring you on, Jacob. Jacob, welcome back.
Thank you. Is Ali still here?
No, Ali left. Okay,
Shit.
Okay, that's fine, man. We can have a one-on-one. Okay, but
No,
listen, I respect what you have to say. I just like to know why people that follow FBS cannot see anything he did wrong.
Well, just to give you an example, I was just asking questions. I didn't insult anyone. To my knowledge, I don't think I did. If I did, I didn't do it intently. But Ali's supposed to be this like top shelf, kind-hearted soul, and he says, "Oh, you got a big fucking head." That's how he departs. The conversation with me. He's supposed to have all this money, helicopters and shit, but he can't even afford a good fucking a hair club. I mean, he's coming from the back part all the way to the front. Want to talk to somebody about
Dude, that has nothing to do with money.
You know,
that has nothing to
I
do with
mean-
money. I don't listen. That has nothing.
Yeah,
I can
money,
do the same
yeah,
thing.
But what I'm saying is money. He is this is look, when people have a lot of money, they've done everything that they want to do. To him, this is worth fucking thousands, $100,000s of dollars just sitting here fucking with people on the internet. Like his personality, he gets to do what the fuck he wants. He gets to feel superior to everybody else. That's the thing. But you asked me a question about FBS. I listen to FBS. What was your question? Why don't I see
So what do you think? What do you
what he
think
did?
of when FBS slanders me by calling me a drug addict and saying I'm on pills and stuff when I'm not?
When he calls you?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Well,
He
here's
just
the
says,
thing.
yeah. Or when he says I don't have a car, he lies all the time. What he does is he tries to bring people down to his level. A drug addict, a drug dealer that has
But that's what
DUI
you-
charges.
But that's what you guys do. Like that's what your content is y'all, regardless of what it started out as.
But my content's not
guys-
lying. My content's
But when you're
not
saying
lying.
that he's
when you
you're
call
saying that
someone
he
a drug
scams-
addict,
You're
yeah,
saying
well,
that
the evidence is there.
You're saying he's
Yes, without a doubt.
he scammed Smoking Tommy and Ali. But there's
Without a
no
doubt.
proven fact that anybody.
I already
has
present.
seen.
Okay, so yeah, so
But-
you're
but
saying
he-
that Tommy
but
was.
see,
So
but-
you're saying
but-
Tommy was lying.
Well, I have no clue. I don't have any idea on it. But what I'm
Do
saying
you
is,
think that do you think when a man's on his deathbed he would lie like that?
I don't know the character of the man, to be honest with you. But what I'm saying is, you're saying that, and you say without a doubt. FBS
Without a
gets up
doubt.
there and says you don't have a car, or you're on drugs, and he says without a doubt, 100%. You both
Okay.
did the exact same thing. It's up to
No, we didn't do
it's
that.
up-
One has evidence. One has no evidence.
but neither one of y'all will show what evidence you have or don't have. So as far as the viewer, we have to take you both at word or at face value. And if we can't take you at face value, then we just have to make our own decision. None of us really care if you have a car or on drugs. None of us really care.
I care. When someone calls me a drug addict, I care.
And
Okay.
you come back and you come online and you defend yourself. Same thing he does. You
He
all
doesn't
do the same
defend
thing.
himself. Okay,
just
what do you
like-
think
it's just
about?
like-
Let me ask you a question. What do you think about when he constantly has all this racist stuff on? When he constantly goes after and makes fun of highlights culture? What do you think about that stuff? Do you think that's okay? Do you see us making fun of people's cultures on this show?
I think Ile is a train wreck, and I think that everything that is said about him is
It's
being
true.
said based off of what he himself puts out there. He's a blood.
Do you,
He's a blood.
Jacob? Do you understand that anything that this guy does, you're going to be behind? That's what it seems like.
No, actually, I started off not liking FBS at all. I didn't like him in the beginning. But when people attacked him and he came back and defended what
Dude,
they were
I can
saying.
guarantee you one thing. Nobody on here has been attacked as much as me.
Right,
And
but
he's been behind. Okay.
But you come back and you defend yourself just like he does. And you have a chat room full of supporters just like he does. It's like
And
football.
but here's the difference. My supporters don't go on other shows attacking people. His supporters do. See, that's
Well,
the difference.
I can't
You'll
help
never
but-
see anybody in my chat room attacking him on his channel. You know why? Because if they come in there and say anything negative, he has them thrown out. He does. I have you on here debating. Do you think that he would even bring you on if you considered him opposite? He would have Carlos get rid of you, just like that.
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, I like FBS. I've listened to some of your shows and like some of your shows. I don't know you or FBS enough to say, hey, you guys are my YouTube friends, and and I want to hang out with you. But what
I have a confession. I have a confession to you too.
Uh-huh.
I watch FBS all the time.
Yeah, and I'm sure that there are.
But I can't say that. He's locked out. He's blocked me from ever saying anything. He's not blocked here.
Here's one thing I'll say, and you, like I said, you can kick me off at any time. But
I'm not.
my thing is this: I've watched you go on other shows several weeks ago, maybe months ago, and one thing that I didn't like about the way you did is you held your own when you talked. You were able to stand there and take whatever they said. You could have the conversation. But one thing I didn't like is as soon as it started getting to where you didn't like it no more, you were going, do you really want to do this with me? You know how I am. Do you really want to do this with me? You know, and it's almost like, hey, I'm letting you know, if you continue, I'm getting ready to cut below the belt.
I don't ever remember saying that. I want you to show me where I said that.
Oh man, I'm not one to record clips and stuff. I just find this stuff entertaining. And today I felt like, hey, I'll call in
Listen,
or whatever.
I appreciate, here's the difference between me and FBS. I appreciate the fact that you came on here. I appreciate the things you have to say. I appreciate the fact that you're loyal to him. There's not too many people like that. I just disagree with you. I think he's a creep. See, that's where we end what we think about FBS. But
Right.
you know what? Right now, there's a bunch of FBS people in this chat room, and they're not being blocked. They're not being thrown out. You can't say that over on his show.
Well, I went back and read the comments from your chat people about me, and Jesus Christ, you would think that I've been in this thing for the whole time. They talked about me like I was a fucking piece of shit, which is cool. Like I said, I'm not. That's.
But did you see me? But here's another thing. Did you see me put it up?
No,
FBS,
I don't know. I didn't look.
FBS puts up quotes about me all the time. I mean,
hey, when Tony Pizza first came out and was doing his New York content, I liked it. I liked it a lot. When he started going down this, I'm going to shit on everybody and threaten everybody. I stopped watching it. Because he would threaten somebody and then go on a show and be like, hey man, I was just playing with that shit. I was just doing it for the views. And then he'd go back the next day, say the same thing. He talked about Sammy, which was his mentor. He talked about his daughter, racial, everything. Everything's race with him because he doesn't care. Sonny Money. I found Sonny Money entertaining. I don't like him, but I watch him because his stuff is entertaining. It's goofy. It makes me laugh. So, I'll give him a thumb up every now and again. I just like,
that's why
you don't have, there's loyalty. Yeah. But Jesus Christ, I'm not getting invited to none of y'all's birthday parties. You know what I'm saying? I'm just watching you guys for entertainment. It's like a football game.
Listen, I appreciate you coming. Listen, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate everything you said. You're welcome on here anytime.
Right,
it's good to actually get to know you. And I do appreciate what you said. I might disagree with it. You might disagree with me, but I appreciate the fact that you came on here and you seem like a really decent guy. So thank you. And you're welcome here anytime you want to come on.
All right. Take it easy.
You take care, my man. See, people, when you're not going to agree with everybody, we're going to have people that we disagree with. It's how we treat them. We can't be blocking people. I'll block people when they say, or if they go after calling me a child molester or something. But I like when people come in here and disagree with me. I'm going to put my invite up again. And if anybody disagrees with me and wants to come in here and defend FBS, you're more than welcome. That's all I like to say. And I just dropped out again. I'm going to read some more of these things. Richie DeChiro, you guys know how I am with names. This is an outgrowth of woke bullshit. Just because you're feeling you got hurt, you should not give your right to have someone lose their job or business. You're absolutely right. It is all about woke. Now, I'm about to do something that hoping his mic works. If his mic's working, he's going to hang around for a little bit. But here we go.
What's up, Lee?
Tony, how you doing?
What's going on?
Yeah, people, Tony and I, we have our differences. But
so
it lasts a couple days, and that's it.
No sack soy boys with shit to say about me on here.
What's that?
I was taking a nap and people call me up saying I'm getting bashed on your show.
You're not getting bashed, Tony. People say things about me, you. That's just people looking to start.
These fucking these clowns that want to call me
looking to start trouble.
Who's this?
Highlight, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Yeah,
What's
I just
up,
wanted to say a couple of things. I'm all right, Tony. How you doing, cuzzo?
Well, it's all right, buddy.
Yeah,
I don't know. That guy just
what?
the guy just
Okay.
said I hold on real quick. Sorry to disturb you guys.
Yes.
The guy said I'm a blood.
You're
Bro,
not
these
disturbing
guys
us.
need to pay attention. I'm not a blood. What
Who
do
said
these
you're a
people
blood?
watch and where do they get the information?
Who said you're a blood?
Some guy who was just on, you know, because Lee was like, oh, he makes fun of his culture. Like, these people are stupid. If you've ever seen any interview with me, my mom's Italian, my dad's Puerto Rican. I'm raised by my mom.
I want to know the guy's the idiot that was talking shit about me.
But the guy's like, he's a blood. Bro, I'm not a fucking blood. What the hell is this guy talking about?
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. I like last night. FBS
I
had
was just
people
saying with
on.
the FBS, they make anything up.
Okay, but last night he had somebody on making fun of you, putting on a fake nose and hands and all that stuff. Like, people don't see him doing this crap.
Yeah, no, that's pretty. No, that's pretty funny, but he's fat, so there's nothing he could say to me. Like, I guarantee you, ask any female who they think looks better, me or Fat Boy Cecilia. I bet you any female would say they find.
Hey, Tony, I'm getting a lot of interference from you again.
So yeah, so I wouldn't take.
Okay, let's see. JC, how you doing?
Terrible. I've got good quality diggity here, and it's 70 degrees in California. I was waiting for winter to start, but it hasn't happened yet. It's still nice and, springtime here.
Is there anything you want to ask Tony or highlight while they're on?
Well, to be honest, I came on here because of the whole issue with the FBS thing. It's really simple. He was induced to giving a donation. FBS did a call to action. He contacted Ali out of nowhere, got him to throw money, and it was on a false premise. It was a premise that he was in a bidding war that he wasn't actually in, aka fraud. I'm a small businessman. I actually had a competitor do a fake drawing, which is very similar under the law years ago, and he got busted by the local DA. So it is what it is. Ali could win this thing fairly simple, actually. And FBS didn't help his case or the whole circumstance by coming out and doing a negative show about Ali right after that and then trashing his small business. And if I was in FBS's shoes, I would start apologizing publicly as quick as possible.
Lee Cole III, rest in peace, 2022. That sounds like a threat. So just, have the balls to show your face.
Yeah. Plus, the guy's a known drug addict. Listen, if you get scammed by a drug addict, no disrespect, but I'm not being disrespectful, but on the street level, you deserve it.
I understand that point of view too. From a street point of view, Ali got caught up like a rookie. It's a scam. It's illegal. But from a street point of view, yeah, he got took by a guy with a little bit more experience in scam artist stuff. It's true.
Yeah, but if you know that the guy, he comes from a rehab center, come on, man. You're supposed to know those junky ways, they don't die easily. They don't.
So who's on here bashing me? I'd like to know.
Tony, forget everybody bashes you. Everybody bashes me. Don't worry about it. I mean, come on, Tony, you're bashable. Just like me, I'm bashable. There's nothing we can do about it, Tony. I wouldn't worry about that. You're going to have people bashing you all the time. They're bashing you because they're scared of you, Tony. That's why they bash you.
What's up, JC?
Hey, what's up? Just for the record, I have not bashed him at all. In fact, I'm going to say Merry Christmas, Tony. I hope that your Christmas is wonderful, okay?
Yeah, you too, pal.
Thank you.
I hope everybody's Christmas is wonderful. This whole fucking nightmare with these fucking retards like John Wolf and FPS.
John's going to jump on here now.
John Wolf went at me like 5 months ago. He made 2 or 3 videos about me. It's very similar to what he's doing to Tony now.
Hey, Highlight, I'd like to ask you a question. Have you noticed how much
Go ahead.
racism FBS uses when he attacks you? And why does he get a free pass?
Here's
on
the
it?
funny thing. Look at the funny thing about it. What racism could he use? At that, like, their jokes are corny. I'm definitely not black at all. I don't have one parent that's black at all. So it's funny because he's real quick. He's what we would call over here a wigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Right.
want to be black. So not you want to be black, you wish you were from New York City. Come on, I don't like I said, the kid is a little pudgy drug addict. He's a bum. To me, I find it funny though, and I appreciate that they promote the channels, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I
They have
do
been
not get what
promoting
you're
you.
saying, though.
They have been promoting you. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, so I don't, like I said, those jokes are weak.
And they
Even
don't
people
understand
that
what the
comment,
algorithm is. And they don't understand what
even
the
people-
algorithm is.
Even people from who are really from New York City have commented like, "Bro, is this guy still smoking crack?" Like, Ali's not black, you retard. He doesn't even look black. What the fuck are you smoking? But anyway, it's laughable,
JC, can
man.
you
You know what I mean?
JC, can you explain how the algorithm works? Maybe they'll learn over on his channel.
Highlight. You know
Yeah.
what it is?
JC,
Shanna's
you hear me?
kids are all black, so he confuses you with Shanna's kids.
Okay, let's not talk. Yeah, let's keep
You know
the
what I mean?
color out of it, guys.
I'm
Let's keep
just
the
saying,
color
you
out
know?
of it, please.
That's
I
how he
know, but-
babysits for kids. He puts Velcro on the ceiling, lets them jump on the bed. You know?
Okay, well, that's a racist statement. I have nothing. Yeah. Well, listen, I have no part of that. I don't agree with it. Please keep the racism out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Because
But yeah,
unfortunately,
being a known junkie is the lowest level you can be thanks to a rap. That's a fact. So
He's right there too.
JC,
In the old school days, the old timers used to look down on rats, but also, guys that were hooked on heroin or hard drugs, and they didn't even like pot smoking actually back in, even 30, 40 years ago. The old timers would tell us not to be even messing with that. And so definitely the harder drugs, Highlight's correct. They viewed the addicts as scum, absolute scum.
Look, you see his co-host, and she's always, you could tell she's on benzos, Vicodins. You could tell. Like, you could tell a junkie immediately. So those people are clowns, man.
this ain't the real mob rats.
Yeah, the point is that, for the people who got scammed, you're supposed to know that a junkie would steal from their own mother. Just the truth.
Yeah, and don't donate, by the way, to their Christmas drawings across the board. There's all kinds of junkies on MobTube and elsewhere. This time of year, donate to my, give me a super chat or give me, cash apps, and I'll make sure it gets to the homeless children so they can have Christmas. Don't do it. Give it to your local charity. Give it to someone that's reputable that you already know of. And if you don't know of anybody, go to Google.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, common sense. Wait, common sense. I'll bring you in. You've been here for a while. Just ask whatever question you're going to ask.
No, I'm not asking a question. I was just trying to finish up on our conversation. People keep calling my phone, and anytime somebody calls, it kicks me off the StreamYard. I'm not hanging up. That's what's going on. But this is the thing that's weird, right? We were having a conversation, and I swore, right? And you said, if you're going to continue to swear, I'm going to kick you off. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
But then Tony comes on here, and every other word out of his mouth is a swear, and you don't say anything to him.
He just cut him off. What are you talking about?
Just cut him off. What are you talking about?
But my point, all right, Whatever.
I cut him off, and now he's
You
here
did.
right
He
there.
did. He cut him off, bro.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
after
know what
10
else to
minutes of
do.
him dropping F-bombs.
No, it was not 10 minutes.
Dude,
Okay.
come on.
What
I'm
the
not talking
fuck?
to you, JC. I'm talking to Lee.
This is what you
Yeah,
call.
but you're on the show now.
He's fucking
This is a
butthurt.
big. No, this is a big
Nobody's
time.
butthurt.
This is a big time FBS guy.
No, I'm not a big time anything. You keep this is the problem. You keep calling everybody who doesn't agree with you a simp for somebody else because they don't agree with you. If I was in your corner sticking up for you, I'd go into another chat and they'd be calling me a Lee simp.
You're damn straight.
Exactly my point. So stop using it. It means nothing.
Well, common sense.
So-
Can you tell Lee one area where you agree with Lee and not FBS? Let's see how independent you are.
He's a Tom simp.
On what
Can
particular
you tell
subject?
us something that you agree with Lee on that differs from FBS?
Regarding what?
Anything. I'm leaving it open to you. You said you're not a simp for him or whatever. Good. Let's see how independent you are. They've had a long-standing series of issues, bro. Tell us one time you're with Lee.
He's an armchair simp. He's not a fucking fat bull Sicilian simp.
How am I an armchair simp, Tony?
You're always on armchair.
I've been on the guy's show 2 times, and I was simping. I was calling him out for stuff that I told him that he was flat out wrong with. So I don't know where you come up with this.
Well, tell us something that FBS in general has done wrong outside of Lee then. Just tell us something about him that you don't agree with.
I just said before you got on that him going after Ali's business and bashing him and doing that is wrong.
Now, I did
don't
hear
agree with
that,
it.
so I'll give you, you know what, to your credit, yes, you did say that, and so
Yes, I
I'll
did.
give you that there. Is there anything with Lee and FBS where
No,
they've
that's
differed, where you disagree with FBS?
Listen, here's what it comes down to. Common sense is welcome on here. If he disagrees with me, that's fine.
Why do you hide your face?
So, no, listen, he's welcome here anytime.
What does that matter, Tony?
So
It just
common
matters.
sense.
It doesn't matter.
Well, common
It
sense.
does.
You got Tony. You seem to have a major issue with Tony. Talk to him and tell him what his major issues are, please.
Well,
Yeah,
hold on. See, this is my problem, Lee. You
just
just
the
said
guy that was
earlier that
talking
I have
shit?
a problem. Tony, hold on a second, buddy. Hold on.
Dude,
Seriously.
stop avoiding my questions and just answer the damn question.
I'm trying to, and I'm getting cut off. I just said earlier,
No.
you said that I was talking about Gene Borello, and I never said a word about the guy. Now you're
Okay,
saying I'm
here's
talking
Tony.
about Tony,
Here's
and I haven't said a
Tony.
word about the guy.
Here's Tony right now. Talk to him.
Talk to Tony about what? I don't have a problem with Tony.
Okay.
Damn, you have a problem with nobody except me then, right?
No, I came on here to talk to Ali, and the guy hung up and went away. Then I have a problem with you saying that I'm saying stuff about somebody I'm not saying anything about.
Okay, dude, you're avoiding the conversation. You're extending the conversation without giving an answer. Come on,
What?
dude.
I just answered your question. You said tell
It's not
Tony what your
answering.
problem is with him. I said I don't have a problem with Tony. That's not
Tony just
answering?
said- okay, Tony just made comments to you. Do you have anything to say about the comments?
What is the comment? You're going to have to repeat it. 5 people are talking in here.
Okay, no one person. I'm talking to you. Tony, do you have something you'd like to say to Common Sense?
All I know is I saw him on Tom's show one night, and I couldn't get on. But you know, the questions that were going on at that point about Sammy, I don't think Common Sense could answer them correctly.
What were they? What did I say about Sammy? Because I didn't speak about Sammy. We spoke about A-Light.
No, the question about Sammy being a dishonest guy.
And I said I don't agree. And I said I don't agree. And I took Sammy's back. And I said that I think Sammy's telling the truth, saying that he lied for John A-Light because he gave him $3,000. And as a matter of fact, Lee in the chat room made a post and said that, oh, look, he's fucking Gravano's buddy and shit. He's simping for Gravano because he's fucking whatever. And I said, Lee, when did I ever say that? I said, the guy's an informant. When am I picking sides? I'm not picking sides with either one of the guys. So what are you talking about right now? If you're going to say something, at least say the truth.
I'm talking about the fact that, you know, when Sammy came home and Johnny made it his point to be there with $3,000, had nothing to do with paying him to say anything nice about him. What Sammy said nice about him because of the $3,000 is another story, not knowing that he was going to get pulled into this bullshit on YouTube.
Exactly, and I'll agree with you 100%. And Sammy even said, and A-Light admitted that, A-Light was the first guy that threw me a few $1,000s when I came home. And what they don't also tell people is that John A-Light does this with every single guy that's coming home out of prison. He did it with Michael Francese, he did it with Anthony Ruggiano, he did it with Gene Borello. He attaches himself to these people to offer them podcasts, interviews, documentaries, and stuff. I'll throw you a bone, you throw me one, and tell a good story for me. They back each other up. So my point being was that
you mean that A-Light was on this thing before Michael Francese?
No, but Michael Francis has said on the Patrick Bet-David and other shows that John A-Light had reached out to him, sending him emails, trying to get him to, be buddy-buddy and offer him to get him on shows and back and forth to help each other out, which is what the guy does.
Well, that's what business people do. If this wasn't mob genre, let's say this was about construction workers showing off their labor. If you got two guys who are in the same industry, especially if they're in different cities, of course they're going to say, come on my show, you come on your, but what Tony said, and I think you agreed with, is they didn't do it as a condition of. A-Light is smart enough to know that when you're out of prison, you're going to be broke. Most guys are, whether you went in wealthy or not. You're broke by the time you're out. If not, you still could use a hand. So A-Light's smart enough. He didn't make any kind of, you must do this in exchange for this with Sammy. I doubt that. Sammy probably felt nice. Hey, he helped me out, so I'll do something for him.
Hold on. Exactly. Hold on, JC. This is my exact point. That Sammy, if you listen to the words that he says, when he's talking to Patrick Bet-David, and he asks, can you just tell me about John A-Light? What is the situation there? And Sammy said, okay, listen, I'm going to tell you what happened. When I came home, Johnny A-Light was the first guy that threw me a few $1,000s when I was back on my feet, blah, blah, blah. But then Sammy qualifies it by saying, and then A-Light started calling me and asking me to go on these shows and do these things and say these things that I didn't feel comfortable with, and I didn't want any part of it.
Exactly.
Yes. So when you get somebody where Sammy does this little interview over the phone for the Perfect Gangster, if some guy gives you $3,000, are you going to go on there and disparage the guy and say, oh, he's a liar, he's a fraud, blah, blah, blah? No, you're not going to do that. But what happened is A-Light continues to tell these lies and tell these stories about Gravano, and Gravano's like, listen, these guys got their own shit going on. I'll just tell you what happened with me and him.
And let's be fair, though, Common Sense, they both have changed their stories, as Mob Rats Exposed has pointed out about both of them. Sammy has said two different things and done different things as well. So how we interpret it, what they do behind the scenes and above board, I guess is up to any of us at that point.
Exactly.
Well,
it's a personal opinion.
What I remember being questioned was Sammy's integrity on the street, whether he was.
That's what Tom did. That's what Tom did. Not me, Tony. That's what Tom did.
Yeah, that's what Tom did. And Tom was trying to fucking ask the question if Sammy was, a trustworthy guy on the street. And I don't see how common sense would know that. But I wanted to get on the show and say, yeah, the fuck he was, because he didn't play games with people's lives. You know what I mean? He was a boss, and if Sammy said he was going to do something for you, he did it. And if he couldn't do it, he'd say, I can't do it. He wouldn't fucking jerk anybody around. I was a 19-year-old kid cutting up 20 grand a week in his fucking bar. He could have told me, give me the fucking keys to those machines and get the fuck out of my bar and keep the whole 20 grand. He didn't do that.
But Tony, let me ask you a question, Tony.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead, Lee.
Okay, so wait a minute.
I'll trust Tony's characterization over Common Sense or even myself, because I don't know Sammy, neither does Common Sense, but Tony does.
I mean, the guy could have told me.
Check it out, guys. I'm gonna mute everybody if you don't let me talk. Okay.
Go ahead.
So listen. First of all, Tony, you're defending Sammy. Sammy's a dirtbag. Let's face it. We can't trust what Sammy says. Sammy murders partners.
Listen, you read too many books, Lee. Okay, you can call the guy anything you want. He's like a father to me. All right, let me tell you something. You have no idea what the fuck's going on with that whole fucking thing.
Okay,
you have no idea. You have no idea. You want to go by the Gotti story, the books, the movies?
No, I go by my story.
What do you want to go by? You guys have no clue about the real history of the fucking Cosa Nostra.
The real history that he killed his partners, Tony.
Did he kill his partners?
Yeah, on a regular basis.
He killed his partners, or his partners killed themselves by opening their mouths the wrong way?
Well, Tony, listen, I respect the fact that you defend Sammy.
I mean, you know, you don't
You
know what
guys
you're
look
talking
at
about.
Sammy
definitely
from
won't.
different points of view. You're
You got-
personal with
you
him,
gotta-
Tony,
you
and
gotta
obviously
understand-
Lee doesn't know him. So
You gotta
no, I get why
understand
you have a
Cosa
different
Nostra.
interpretation for
All right.
sure.
Lee, can I
You
talk
know,
to Tony for
all
a
those
second?
guys,
Yes.
all those guys
Don't-
that were with you know, they were in the Paul Castellano camp before Paul got whacked out. Okay, and Sammy was one of those guys in the Paul Castellano camp with Frankie DeChico, with all those other guys. Now John becomes fucking boss, and those old school guys on that side of the fence all didn't like John. They were all talking, I should be the boss. Who the fuck is this guy? And Sammy did what he had to do. He fucking protected the boss, okay?
Right.
But at the same time, it was a good move for him because he got the business. So,
Okay,
you know
Tony,
what?
So,
Tony, I'm
Tony.
just asking you straight questions. Wait 1 second, common sense. But you just spent 2 months insulting the shit out of Sammy Gavano because you said that he was, you know,
Yeah, he's woke.
doing you
Yeah, he's
wrong.
woke. And no, he did me wrong. And I said a video today setting it straight. I said a video today setting it straight because Johnny A-Light attacked the shit out of Sammy last night. I didn't see the video, but whatever Johnny A-Light's got to say is fucking bullshit. Okay? He'll never
I
shine
agree.
Sammy's shoes. He'll never fucking tie Sammy's shoes. Sammy is a fucking man's man. And you know what? He fucking stood up for his family and did his fucking time. That 20 years was for his family, not for somebody walking around talking stupid on wires. Okay? Rehashing
But
things you're not supposed to
Tony-
rehash. Okay?
Tony, you
John
said
fucking
wait,
rehashed.
Tony-
John rehashed fucking jobs that were supposed to be done. Frankie Locke should have whacked John the first time he fucking rehashed a murder.
Okay.
And
let
Frankie
me ask
Locke
you
kept his
something.
mouth shut.
Tony, can I
Frankie Locke
ask
kept
you
his mouth
something?
shut.
Common sense. Wait a minute, please.
Yeah.
Tony, let me ask you
Okay.
a question. You said that he looked out for his family. He got
Yeah.
his family to go deal drugs.
No, he didn't. No,
in
he
Arizona.
didn't. No,
That's
his
not
son
true,
was
Lee.
on drugs.
They have Sammy on the wiretap participating in that drug ring. Tony.
Right, because his
no,
son was doing it,
be
and he
honest.
didn't want his son to get jammed up, so he stepped in.
Yeah, well, exactly.
They
So
have
they were all
Sammy.
caught on wires, and I know this game because I'm out here and I was in the drug game too. What
God.
Sammy did was he stepped up to the plate so that because they're going to always make one person pay the piper in a drug ring, whether they think they're equal or not. One person's going to get the pay the piper, and Sammy stepped up in that case, and he did take the 19-year sentence in exchange for the others getting felonies, but no jail time for the daughter. And I think the son did a small amount, and then his ex-wife is a felon now too, or current wife. Sorry.
The son did like
but
9
he still
years in
stepped
prison.
up though.
He
On
stepped
that one.
up.
The
Common
son did like
sense
9
stuff.
years.
Get-
Tony,
stepped
Okay,
up.
he
What
didn't
do you
do
think, common
19
sense?
though. Common sense. Sammy took the biggest sentence out of it, meaning he took the case for the
Okay, great.
Arizona
Tony.
authorities.
Tony, can I
So
ask you
you're
a question?
defending.
What?
Okay. Go ahead, common
Tony.
sense.
Yeah,
Tony, so when you get out of prison, right?
right.
If you got a guy who reaches out to you and says, "Hey, I got a podcast, I got a couple things going on, I want to help you out. I'm going to give you a couple $1,000. Would you mind coming on and saying a couple things about me? Are you going to go on there and bash the guy, or are you going to say some nice things about you because he just gave you a couple $1,000?
No, I'm going to be nice about it. But that's not the case. That ain't the case. Johnny A-Light didn't tell him about no podcast when he handed out $3,000. He wanted to just be like, hey, I know Sammy the Bull. He never sat at the table with Sammy. And that's the whole thing.
No. What I'm saying is that he might not have sat there and said, "Hey, this is what I want for my $3,000." But if somebody's giving somebody $3,000, he never met this guy. He didn't know him. Why are you giving a guy you don't know $3,000 unless you can use that guy to vouch for you and give you credibility? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So now
And
when Sammy comes out and says the truth about the guy, everybody's got a problem with it and says, "Oh, who's lying? He's lying. He's lying." It doesn't work like that.
Listen, when Gene Borello and Johnny A-Light went to him about a guy in the family, I forgot the guy's name. He's an
I know
old,
who you're talking about.
I don't even know the fucking guy's name, but he's an old timer. And
Yeah.
they were asking Sammy things about
For
that
info.
guy, Lamberdosa.
Yeah,
Lamberdosa.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Sammy says to himself, these fucking clowns never met Carmine Lamberdosa. So what did he do? He came out with a podcast and he said, yeah, John and Jeannie were asking me about Carmine Lamendoza. And he told his story about Carmine Lamendoza. And anybody with 2 brain cells could tell that there's no fucking way Gene or Johnny Alite would have ever been able to know this man. So they got butthurt and they started attacking Sammy from there.
Exactly.
He nipped it in the butt without.
Okay, 1 second, guys. 1 second.
His name's
Wait, 1 second. Fatball Sicilian. The video's up. Watch it. The N-word was not used once. You're all lying as usual. Laugh out loud. Fatball Sicilian. I'd like to tell you one thing. You notice that you're not blocked from my chat room, like I'm blocked from your chat room. Think about that one. Why don't you unblock me so I can come in there and really talk?
Hey, FBS. Your guy used the N-word a few months back. That video's still on the New Beginnings page where you and Calandra are on there. The guy on the phone or whatever, not showing his face, let's say, says, "Oh, we'll both end up like you know what," and you and Calandra are both laughing at it. Now, I don't personally give a crap because I'm not from a PC world, but you like to lecture people about language, yet you tolerate that stuff.
You never heard of somebody laughing out of shock? Well, they can't believe this guy just dropped something. They're like, oh my
let's
God,
say that's the case. Let's say that's the case, defense lawyer. Let's say that's the case.
Wait a minute.
Why didn't he come out the next day and disavow it then? He could have said, sorry, guys, I was shocked. I didn't realize.
Common sense.
What? So every time somebody else says something, you have to go in and make a fucking video about it? That's ridiculous. It's crazy.
But do you realize all you do is defend FBS?
Well,
how am I defending him? You just asked me 5 minutes ago to tell me something that I don't agree with this guy on, and I just told you.
Let me finish. I just went into my chat room and I noticed 10 times you put up that damn thing about defending FBS. 10 times you put it in there. Why would you do that?
I put what? Recite it. What did I say? What did I say?
10 times. I'm showing you right now. Calm the fuck down.
Put it up.
Okay.
Yep.
How the fuck did I lose my cigarettes?
Okay. This right here. All you need to do is go back 10 times you put that up.
Yeah. Towards Ali.
Why?
So my point, because my point being is that
10 times. That just shows that
you can read it
about FBS. Yeah.
No, it doesn't, Lee. No, it doesn't, Lee.
You're not all about FBS. Because JC just said something about FBS, and right away you jump down his throat.
No, I'm playing the fucking other side here, saying that you don't need to go on and make a video for something somebody else says. What
devil's advocate? Good for you to do that, but again, you know, right. If he's going to gripe about language, especially the N-word, and then it's used on his show, okay, we'll give you it. Let's say he was shocked. Why did he not disavow it the next day or two once he realized he wasn't shocked anymore?
Go and ask him. I'm not his fucking personal publicist. I don't know why he does what he does.
Okay,
I just gave you an example.
You said you don't know. I like that. Thank you. You don't know.
Yeah, I'm not somebody that's going to, if I'm friends with somebody and they do something that's wrong, I'm the first person to call them out. I'm not here to defend for anybody. I'm just here spitting facts. When Ali was on, the point that I put that message up 10 times is hopefully that it would make it on the cover of your screen so Ali could read it. And when I asked him specifically,
dude,
when
I brought you in here.
Lee, hold on.
You've been in here how long now?
Lee, hold on 1 second, please. I've been being pretty respectful, no?
I don't know about all that, but go ahead.
Okay. So my point is this. This whole entire beef started over this alleged conspiracy about him running up these super chat things, blah, blah, blah. So the point to my message was that if I have a relationship with somebody and I've been giving them money and I've been helping them out and I think that we're friends, whatever the extent of being friends is with that person, if I think that that person is doing something fraudulent or trying to get me to give them money under false premises, I'm not going to go online and air the guy out. I'm going to call that guy directly, whether I send him an email or I send him a message and I say, hey, what's going on here? And if in our private conversation, he's backpedaling and he's not explaining himself and I don't like it, then I'll go out and do something publicly. He didn't do that. He went
Are
immediately
you sure
to
about
you.
that? Common sense? I don't know the answer either, but do you or I actually know whether
Yes, I
Ali
asked
reached out
Ali.
to him or not?
I asked Ali why he didn't do that, and he says, "Oh, I didn't need to do that because FBS started bashing me before I ever even got the chance," and that's not
Well,
true.
then, well, then
because
that's good. Well, then
second.
he did
Common sense. Let me talk to common
Yes.
sense, JC. Okay,
something.
common sense.
It was pretty fast.
Okay. Okay, 1 second. Let me ask you, tell you something about your buddy FBS. When I used to talk
What do you
to
mean by
FBS
buddy? I'm not buddies
No,
with
no.
anybody.
Are you going to let me finish or not? Okay.
Yo,
Okay.
he's not buddies with him.
Yeah. Okay. So So let me tell you something about FBS. When I used to talk to FBS on the phone, he would say really nice things to me. And 2 hours later, he would be doing a show, bashing the shit out of me. He did this 3 or 4 times. He's a snake, dude. So you could sit here and defend him all you want, but you're not talking about the FBS that I know.
Well, that's your personal problem and relationship with the guy. What happened to
It's
cause
not
that?
a problem.
I don't know.
The guy's a snake. The guy's a snake. It's not my problem.
I think Ali
He's
Chabar is a snake too.
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
Tony. I think Ali's a snake too, and I think he has an agenda, and I think he got exposed.
Well, there you go.
Okay,
Common
listen.
sense just said that FBS and Ali are both snakes, so he's now changed his view on FBS. He thinks FBS is a snake.
No, I didn't say FBS was a snake. I said Ali.
You just said that Ali was one too.
God.
The word
He's
two means also.
No, Tony said, I think Ali is a snake, and I said, yeah, I think he's one
He said
too.
Ali's a snake too, and you said, yeah, Ali's a snake too.
Yeah.
You want to
talking
play it
about
back
Ali.
after this is over?
Please play it back. Tony said, I think Ali Chabar is a snake, and I said, I think he's a snake too. Agreeing with Tony.
Right.
What are you
That's
talking
right.
about, JC? Yeah, thank you, Tony. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I mean, I said he's a snake too. I think they're
Exactly.
both.
I agree with
And when he says he's a snake too, he's saying that he's just like FBS, and you just agreed with it.
Yeah,
No, I
cousins.
didn't. I just clarified that I'm agreeing with
All right,
Tony, saying that Ali's
I'm
a
not going
snake.
to give you a linguistics freaking exam right now. Just move forward.
They're cousins. They're JC. They're cousins. The fat bald Iranian and the raghead Ali Chabar. They're cousins. You know what I mean? So, you know,
Dude,
you know.
My
You know
whole
what I
thing
mean?
is this, right? My whole thing is this, right? I think that Ali went about this entire thing wrong, and I think that other people that are backing this guy up without any proof just because they have a problem with somebody is also wrong.
so
And I think it would be real easy. I think it would be real easy to go ask FPS to go in his Cash App and show the last couple digits of the routing number from August and September and see if they match with the last ones in
you already
December.
said this.
And if those
You
routing
already
numbers
said this.
match, then it wasn't a scam.
That's not
Am I wrong?
necessarily
Okay.
true.
Okay,
That
fine.
isn't
Why not?
necessarily true, by the way.
1 second. You said this
Why?
100 times now. You said this 100
Because
times now.
because under the law, common sense, under the law, what counts is what happened that day. When you scam somebody, you have to do an inducement. That means invitation. That day, if FBS sent him a text or anything saying, hey, Ali, we're doing a drive today, but it wasn't really one, it doesn't matter who he has participating as a co-conspirator. That shit is a straight up inducement for that particular
No,
event.
JC,
Go ask
no,
any
JC, you're
prosecutor.
wrong. No, you're wrong, and I'm going to tell you why.
What is
I'm gonna
your
tell you why.
qualification?
What is my what?
What makes you qualified to even discuss this at this point? You don't even know the law. That's clearly an invitation. It's an inducement. If he notified
JC,
Ali out of
obviously-
nowhere to come on in and join a scam that he had put together, that's a
oh my
false
God.
pretense, and he was invited to do it.
Obviously-
It doesn't matter if
obviously
it's
you
somebody that
haven't-
helped him out a month ago.
Oh my God. Obviously, you
swap.
haven't watched the shows. Obviously, you haven't watched the shows with Tom when I come on and Tom gave you the credentials and told everybody that I have a law degree. Oh my God. I have a law degree, a bachelor's in legal studies. I think I know what I'm talking about. So I gave a simple resolution, which is this. Ali's claim is that he has never seen this person in FBS's chat before. He has never seen that name Billy Jack. When FBS was
Okay, all
texting
that would
Ali
prove is that
originally-
his theory is
Can I finish
incorrect. It
talking,
does not
JC?
change that there was an invitation to do it.
Billy
I
Jack's
didn't even
made
get to
up.
finish what I'm saying, buddy. Hold on a second. I let you talk. When I'm done, you can say whatever you want. All right? Good. Like I said, what the chain of events that happened was that when FPS was getting cash apps for the $100, people in the chat were trying to figure out who it was because he didn't recognize the name. So he said, I don't know. Maybe it's Smoking Tommy. Maybe it's this guy. Maybe it's that guy. Somebody else said, oh, is it Ali? And he says, oh, I don't know. Maybe it is him. Let me send him a text right now and say, hey, Ali, is that
How do you know that
money?
FPS didn't know this already, though?
Because
FPS
you're not
could be
watching
playing,
stuff and then
just
you're
saying he
commenting on
doesn't
it and you
know.
don't know. So you shouldn't be commenting on stuff that you don't know about.
But don't you know that FPS is good at swindling people?
Jeez.
Who did he swindle?
He put my mother's name across the cash, the super chat. With
Hey, you know, Tony, you understand the
Tony,
game. It would be
Tony,
extremely
you know that
easy
trolls,
for
once they
somebody
get
to hit up their friend and tell him to donate under another name, and then the chat's gonna, of course, they're gonna say, "Who is this guy?"
Okay, guys.
You got a conspiracy. You guys are
never seen
conspiracy
him
theorists.
No, guys.
My goodness, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna
FBI's got a million fucking fake names. He's got a million fake names out there trolling fucking accounts.
Okay,
Dilly Jack, my name, my mother's name, my brother's name.
Unreal.
Common sense. Will you admit one thing? That I allowed you to come in this chat and say what you wanted to say?
Yeah, of course you did.
Okay. See, that's the difference between this show and his show.
Okay.
Okay. And it's obvious that you have an agenda here. You may not say so, but anything
hold on.
negative said about FBS. No, let me finish. Anything that was said about FBS, you automatically took his side. It didn't. I could tell you that FBS.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Hold on, JC, did I or did I not agree that what FBS did to Ali and his business, if he did that, was wrong?
That one segment of it, yeah, you did say that that would be wrong, but that's still actionable in court too. You know that would be actionable because he has a small business and that's a reputation. That's defamation, classic case right there. So that still means that FBS is in hot water.
So, but my point is that Lee just said I back him up on everything that he did, and I just gave
I'm agreeing with you right now. Hold on, I'm agreeing with you that yes, in that one area that you said that was wrong to do. Will you Will you now agree that FBS, if he did what we're both saying he did, slandering his business, defaming his business, is that actionable? Yes or no?
What's his business?
I mean, you'd have to file a lawsuit and take it up for court and prove that damages.
Yes or no? Is it actionable?
You would have to prove that damages occurred.
What kind of business what does the terrorist
own? It's still
own?
actionable then, yes. Thank you.
What kind of business does the terrorist own?
Produce.
Oh yeah, he's moving produce from Canada into the US.
I don't know.
It's not from BC, right?
I have no idea. I think he said he's in Ontario.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Wait a minute, guys. Common sense. I'm going to take you out of here. I appreciate you coming
on.
I
just got to say this. I just got to say.
I gave you plenty of time to defend him. You did a good job. Now you can go back and tell him what a great job you did. But I appreciate you coming in here and giving his side.
That's cowardly, Lee. You're defaming me again, saying that I talked to this guy.
Defaming, he doesn't have my number. I just gave you a half hour.
And we're having a discussion. Why aren't you kicking them out then? They're still talking about it.
I'm getting ready to. I'm saying thank you for being here. Now
I'd like common sense to hear my fucking theory.
Okay,
go ahead. Tell it, Tony.
All right, my theory is this, okay? And, Lee's going to disagree with me, but this guy, because I don't really watch other channels anymore. It's too much aggravation. And hearing FBS's voice makes me sick. So I don't go on his channel no more, and I don't even want to fucking look at him because I'm still waiting for the feds to pick me up. You know what I mean? I'm still waiting for them to track me down on the highway and fucking drag me away and take my car and my cash app away. So, while that's happening, while that's happening, I get this phone call like, hey, Ali Chabar just blew fucking FBS out of the water because of a scam. And I'm like, no shit. Oh, yeah. He fucking, FBS fucked him. Everything you said about FBS's scam with the super chats is real. You called it months ago. I said, oh, no shit. Then I get a phone call from my friend Lee over here saying, hey, Ali Chabar's wanting to be our friend and he wants to put you in a house next to FBS and pay your fucking rent and give you money to stay there, right? And I'm like, are you fucking high? You know, I said, this guy just went from FBS to Tom's fucking show. And then he became Regis for Joe and Vinny while they're friends with FBS. And you think he's a friend? How can you trust this fucking guy? He ain't even allowed in
Exactly.
he's on a no-fly fucking plan in fucking Canada. He can't even come into America. You know what I mean? And, he wants to be my friend. If he offered $500 to fucking attack my family, any whereabouts of my family, he'll pay $500. I remember him saying that on
Okay, let me
FBS's
say
show.
something.
So,
Let me say
you know what I mean?
something.
This guy's, go ahead.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, let me say something. Yes, he did say that to me, and I did call Tony up and told him that. And right away, Tony was very negative about it, which was funny. I knew when I called Tony and told him that Tony was going to have that. But the fact of the matter is, he did say that, and Tony's telling the truth.
All right.
Okay, Tony.
I mean,
I have no problem
thank you.
saying the truth.
No, I mean, but this guy came out the night we went live with Tom, and he's trying to fucking blurt out some bullshit mumbo jumbo in his car with his fat belly in the way, burping on himself. I couldn't make heads or tails of what the fuck he said. None of my friends that watched that video can make heads or tails of what he was saying. But he said in his own words, I created the scam.
Yes.
So if he created the scam, what the fuck is he mad about?
Right. And you know what, Tony? That's what I was trying to say the other day is that Ali's the one that asked everybody to get into these super chat wars. He's the one that said, anybody who donates, I'll match it. We'll go shot for shot until one guy falls out. My pockets are real deep. Challenge me. And now all of a sudden he's got a problem with it under this conspiracy with no proof just because he says, I don't know who that guy is before. So once again, like I said, go to the Cash App, look at the routing number. Your bank routing number only has one number. You're not going to have multiple different bank accounts. If that routing number from August is the same as December, then Ali owes somebody and apologize. But he, instead of going to FBS and trying to handle this off the record, like Tony said, he went out and ran over to all his enemies to stir up all this shit, to go on all these shows. And for what? Now he has a channel. Now he's trying to buy people fucking shit with his free card giveaways and all this other nonsense. And everybody else that doesn't like somebody, it could be anybody that you have a problem with. You guys don't care about the truth. You just want to go out here and slander and defame people just because somebody says something.
Well,
you gonna say you don't do that?
Wait a minute. No, let me say something common sense. First of all, if I was on this show trying to defame somebody, I wouldn't have you on talking all this time. And second of all, I never said to you that I was friends with Ali. You're here giving your version. Tony's here is giving your version. That's called a real show, my man.
Yeah, and Lee, what he did was a mischaracterization. He's claiming that Ali went and slandered FBS right away. FBS did a show almost immediately after bashing Ali. You know, whose video came out first? I think it was FBS's if we go check. So that's one as a potential mischaracterization. Then the other one is the fact that Ali did say, yeah, I created the whole concept. Okay, he created this months ago as an ongoing thing. But if FBS just rolled in and just scammed him on this particular instance, it doesn't matter if the whole idea of a chat war, which Ali didn't invent anyways, Ali's just running his mouth, been on YouTube since the moment YouTube started doing super chats, the whole concept. But Ali can say it all he wants. All he did was start the whole routine as a cycle in general. But if he was falsely put into this particular instance, big whoop, and then FBS still didn't make his case any better by doing what Common Sense and I both agree he did, slandering Ali's small business. So, I told you on another comment, Lee, I said, I don't know who would win the case. I'm not saying FBS would win. I'm not saying Ali would win. But it'll be interesting to see. I definitely believe it's actionable in court, though. Meaning it can be filed and not thrown out frivolously.
I don't think somebody from Canada can sue somebody in America.
JC, let me ask you a question. You have a channel, correct?
Yeah.
Right. Do you consider your channel a small business?
I don't collect money yet from it. When I do, then I will.
Do you plan on it?
Yeah, actually, yes, because I'm now doing video editing and that takes time, so I'm putting work in.
Okay, so my question is, when you start making money, your plan is to use this as a small business to get extra revenue, right or wrong?
Duh, yeah.
Right. So when Ali's accusations are defamatory and they're not true, based merely on his conspiracy that this was some type of fraudulent thing that he did, Ali's the one that is defaming a small business, i.e. Chris's channel, so that future people don't want to donate or give him money. So if
you can cut off the question right there. You started it with if, and yeah, if what you say is true, then yeah, it would be a small business slander itself, of course.
Yeah,
right. So it'd be a countersue. So he could countersue him for defaming him and saying that he's doing fraud.
That's why they're going to have a great time in court. Common sense. They're going to have a fun time. Believe that.
Not really, because if you looked at what Ali Chabar, the real genius, just posted the other day, Ali even admits on there, I know that I'm filing a frivolous lawsuit. I'm just trying to make him spend thousands of dollars so he can basically in turn bankrupt the guy with legal fees.
Then what'll happen, common sense, since you're a lawyer, you'll know what will happen if the court deems that was actually true and not bravado being put on the internet by somebody mad. If they deem that it's a fact that he did do that, then they're going to rule that he filed a frivolous suit and he'll be liable for all the court costs and all the lawyer fees. You know this.
Exactly. And nobody's going to make him pay because he's not in America. He's not in America, so he's not going to have to pay.
Okay.
All right? He can't pay because he's not in America.
Question. Okay, let me ask Common Sense a question. Common Sense, you did a very good job. Yes. I appreciate you doing it, but I just want to ask you
He should hire you, Common Sense. You've done half the work already.
No, we have to appreciate Common Sense coming on here.
I do. I appreciate what he did. He's pretty good at arguing these points. I'm giving him his due.
Okay, here's my question. Why did Billy Jack take 3 more months to show up and pop up out of the blue, and he was gone all this time?
Billy Jack's been on my channel.
Billy Jack.
He's been on my channel for the last 3 months.
There you go.
Okay, so you're saying that Billy Jack's been on his channel, and then he came over to FBS to start a bidding war.
No, that's not. Hold on.
That doesn't sound
Billy
right.
Jack posted. Hold on. Billy Jack in that chat posted on the message board that when FBS was trying to figure out who it was, he said, "I don't know who Billy Jack is," and Billy Jack in the comment section said, "I'm Canon LLC, and if anybody doesn't think so, I'll prove it." That's what he said. So then when FBS went into his Cash App and started typing in the name Billy Jack on the top title for the search, it showed that his name was changed and it was all Billy Jack all the way back until August.
Okay. So,
I'm just stating facts.
Okay, let me ask you another question. Why would anybody put in $100 continuously over a couple minute period time, like continuously?
Ali used to do it.
No, I'm not asking you. Why would Billy Jack do that?
Because
I don't ask Ali why he used to post $100 at a time. Because Ali's argument was, oh, hold on, why would somebody just keep donating $100 every few minutes and not just give the guy $500 right off the rip?
Okay.
Well, Ali, why did you only give $100 and not do $500 off the rip?
Okay.
Same thing.
Okay. And then the night that this wait a minute, let me talk. Okay, so the night that this took place, all of a sudden, Billy Jack stopped bidding the 100 and started bidding $4.99, like he was trying to jack it up. What about that?
No. So what happened is that he
no, not so. I seen it.
Right. So he gave him $200 or $300 in cash apps that nobody knew about. If FBS didn't say that he just gave that money, nobody would know. Then inside the chat, and Ali wasn't even on the channel at that time. He didn't come in until 30, 45 minutes into the show. Then Billy Jack started posting $100 super chats, right? And then when somebody said, "Oh, Ali, I'm calling you out," Chris had sent Ali a message asking if that was him. And Ali said, "I don't know what you're talking about. I'll come on in a few minutes." Then the guy started just doing little smaller ones, like, I don't know what he said, $9.99 or
$4.99,
$5.99, whatever it was, right?
Yeah, he started doing $4.99. As he was doing the $4.99, they were trying to suck Ali in to start making high bids. You did not see that.
Okay, but my point is this, though. He was donating money for an hour before Ali was even in the chat commenting.
I'm not asking you about that. I'm asking you about the $4.99.
I don't know why he's giving $4.99. Ask the guy. I don't know why you spend $100 one day.
Hey, Tony, did Billy Jack ever donate to you by any chance? And if so, how much?
Who, me?
Who?
Yeah, has Billy Jack ever, did he give money to you during the 3 months or whatever that he was rolling on your page?
No, he came on my chat to fucking break my balls.
Okay, so
There
he's
you go.
still an FPS guy.
He's in pizza jail. You know.
You know what? That's a really good extortion racket you got there. You toss these trolls want to hate on you so bad they'll pay money to get out of pizza jail just so they control you again. That's a really clever move, Tony.
Yeah, they send me $1 to give me a message. You know, let me out, you scumbag.
You got your haters paying you money. That's pretty good.
So JC.
Yeah.
Okay.
JC.
Listen, wait, hold up. Light hasn't said a word. Light, what do you think about all this?
I mean,
There,
I
Light?
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you think
mean,
about all this?
I think it's a
more
bullshit.
power, you know.
No, let him.
Yeah, more power to the man, you know. But if look at it this way, like you see the guy, basically, you know, when people are mad or whatever, if he did get scammed, then the guy brought up old things, you know, old things dealing with the fat kid. So he was talking about Fat Boy doing stuff that you should have saw that from the beginning. You know, like he mentioned him calling the cops on Tony Pizza. You didn't know that? From the beginning, before you got scammed? You know what I mean? So
all I heard when I heard this guy talk is he insulted every single American on YouTube, making us out to be sheep. That's what I heard when he spoke out of his fat raghead mouth. Okay? I don't like the fucking guy. I don't give a fuck how much money he gave away. Today I saw him put up $300 on Vinny's fucking cash super chat, and then he messaged back. That was only supposed to be $3. What the fuck's Vinny gonna do with $3? He can't get on the subway with $3. You know what I mean? Big Shot wants to give him 300 and say, I only meant to give you 3. And Vinny's over there going, I'll send it back to you.
Yeah,
Guys,
This guy's a fucking blowjob.
Don't you guys think it's a little weird that the minute don't you think it's a little weird that the minute that Ali, came up with this whole conspiracy that he was getting got, all of a sudden he ran over to everybody else's channels and wanted to befriend them and started giving them money, and these guys all started renting him.
It would be if FBS hadn't have done that show. If FBS had not done the show dissing him, and if FBS's chat had not gone out and dissed him that same day as this was all happening, then yeah, it would be weird, but that's not what happened.
All right.
Okay, so JC, if you have friends, right, that are in your chat room that know you, right? And they come to your defense and say, I know this guy, he wouldn't do something like that, and they stick up for him, that means that they're wrong for standing up for somebody they knew wouldn't do something like that?
Wait. What are you saying? What are you saying? They were standing up for FBS, saying that he's not the type to do that?
There's a difference between defending a friend versus doing an outright diss of somebody else. You can say, hey, he didn't do this, versus saying, hey, that guy's an idiot. You can see the difference there between defense versus offense. They were going at him, and again, FBS should not have jumped the gun and did a show so fast either. But hey, look, there's offsetting penalties across the board here. Common sense, you know it, and I know it.
So what my argument, being a rational person, would be is this, and you guys are kind of, a lot of stuff has happened in a short amount of period of time. And without sitting down, because I don't really know, and I don't have the time to do this, but apparently other people do. If you go back and we could break down the timeline of when Ali said this stuff, when it was before he started emailing other people and emailing other channels to slander FBS, and what FBS did on his next show, what the time is, whatever the case may be. The direct response of the video that I saw that Chris did, FBS did, after Ali accused him of, doing this super chat scam, is he just said, listen, I want you to come on my show, tell me where I'm lying about, you're lying about me, defended himself, so how can you sit here and say that he did a show about him? The guy defamed him. And if somebody defames me, I would have went way harder than this dude
getting a lawyer. That's Ali's lawyer's job to do that stuff. Okay,
as long as
I ain't making a timeline now, Ali, you want to pay me? I'll sit down and make a timeline and go through these videos and do what you want, but you better pay me a decent amount.
Okay,
but what?
Okay, let's stop.
But
hey,
what?
Guys, let's stop for a minute.
Well, I'm going to say this: whoever's using my mother's name in those fake super chats, don't let me find out who you are. That's all I'm going to say.
It's probably FBS's wife. Jeff Canarsie, how you doing?
I'm all right, Lee. How are you?
So let Jeff talk a little bit. He wants to come on. So Jeff, what do you think of all this craziness?
You know what? I don't have an opinion on much of it because I don't know a lot about it. But when we talk about business and we run a small business, I do run a business. And so what I want to know, Tony, have we ever had a conversation ever in our lives?
Nope.
All right. So you don't know me. I don't know you.
Right.
So why did you go on your show saying I provided information to Lee Cole about Fat Bald Sicilian's wife?
Because that's what Lee told me.
Okay. Is that true?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So, all right. The only reason why I'm saying that is we talk about defamation, and Fat Bald Sicilian did go on a show and said he believed I did that, but now I have one person saying that you said it, you're saying you didn't, and yet I'm the one who's taking the threats and the harassment.
I said I was supposed to get information about his wife through Lee from you. That's what I said.
That's what you were told. He's saying he never told you that. So now we have two different stories, right?
I never mentioned your name, Jeff.
Okay.
I must have dreamt it up.
Well, either way,
if you're saying that, you
bringing it up.
Somebody whispered in my ear, Jeff Canarsie. I don't know.
Well, either way, I have a business to run, and then when
I don't know about your business. What business is that?
I make money doing this.
You make money doing that?
Do what?
You make money doing that?
Yeah, close to $6,000 a month. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So my issue.
And you make $6,000 a month, not showing your face to people.
I show everybody knows what I look like.
I don't know what you look like.
Well, then do some research. You can find my photo. That's not the point. The point
is,
what's
the point?
You shouldn't go and say somebody did something without proof of it. That's defamation.
Right. No, I don't need to prove what I heard from somebody's mouth to my ears.
Okay, so the last thing I got to say, because I'm not trying to argue with nobody.
Well, what do you want us to do? You're gonna threaten to sue me, Jeff?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Listen very close. I'm trying to find out. Lee says he never told you that. You're saying he did. I just want to clarify that. That's all, and then I'm done. That's what happened.
So you clarified it. You clarified it, Jeff.
All right, that's all I needed. Thanks, Lee.
No problem.
Take care.
Take care, man. Okay.
See, so you see what the problems are here? You see what the problems are here, though? This entire thing is a he said, she said. The entire thing is a he said, she said. If somebody doesn't like somebody and they hear information, they'll just throw it and hope something sticks without proof. And that's what everybody's doing right now.
Wait. Common sense. Common sense. That's what FBS does all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they do that about me all the time. I'm a junkie. I'm an alcoholic, and I drive drunk.
And if people,
FBS makes statements continuously.
I'm a danger to society.
Okay.
I'm mentally ill.
And I'm going to tell you this right now. Anybody who makes statements about anybody, regardless of your personal feelings towards that person, if they are not true and you do not have evidence or fact to prove it, you should not be saying that. That goes for everybody, because all that does is start problems with everyone. And unless people love the drama and just love doing this, I don't understand it.
So you're talking about everybody on mob too?
Yeah.
Everybody. Anybody. Anyone.
There would be no mob too. There would be no.
What do you mean there wouldn't be mob too?
Because everybody does it. Everybody does it.
Just because somebody else does it.
Sammy Gavano does it. Jimmy Calandra does it.
When did Sammy do it? When did Sammy do it? When did Sammy ever lie about somebody?
I'm not talking about an exaggeration. I'm talking about outright slander that is not true and you do not have fact for, should not be said.
Well, you know what? It ain't slander saying somebody had some fucking fire.
Okay.
Had what?
You got to let me talk. This is my show. I got to talk. So common sense. You could say that about Sammy what he said about Alan Kaiser.
What can I say?
John Gotti.
I believe that Sammy has told lies that are not true. Yes.
I'm talking about horrible lies. Talked about a 16-year-old kid being murdered.
I think that he was dead wrong for calling the kid a junkie and all that shit. He was wrong for that. Now, I wasn't there. I don't know who killed the kid, whether it was him, whether it was Louis Melito, whether it was the both of them. I don't know. But I'm not going to speak on it because I don't know.
But all you got to do is read his statement to the FBI.
Okay.
His original statement
That's what
to
they
the
said.
FBI. He said he shot the kid.
So then he shot him then if that's what he told him.
He never brought up Louis Melito until he did the show.
Well, then obviously he's doing it for a reason.
Listen, all I'm trying to say is if you're talking about everybody lying on MobTube, you'd have no shows. This is called entertainment.
No, I'm not talking about lying. I'm specifically talking about slander and defamation of somebody's character for their own personal benefit without any evidence or proof.
Nobody does it more than FBS.
That's what you say.
It's the truth.
Because he does it to me. He does it to me continuously.
His show starts off with the content that his content is talking about other people. He's got no content.
Yeah, that kid does make a lot of stuff up. He made up being from Glendale. The kid had the nerve to say with a straight face, "I'm black." It's he makes a lot of shit up. That fat kid.
Yeah, he's a fucking moron.
A lot of shit with no foundation to it.
But you know what? Common sense. If common sense is willing to say that nobody should do it, just be willing to say that that includes FBS.
Yes, that includes everybody. If you are intentionally slandering somebody without proof, nobody should be doing that. That's my personal opinion. Whether people think that they need to do it, to get views or subs or whatever, I don't know. That's not me.
Hey,
I'm not doing it.
Hey, let's see you go on FBS's one of his upcoming shows and show this type of vigor defending other people or going at him for these things. Let's see you do a similar amount of vigor when you go talk to him next time.
Me and Johnny Mac clearly came out and said that we were not going to bring up the thing about the slander of Shamu with the fucking prostitution records because we didn't have the proof. So we came out and we vindicated that. You know, we fixed that problem.
But Tony, this is the thing. Before you even called out the guy's wife, even speaking about the man's wife from information you got, that you couldn't credit check it on or prove it, you shouldn't even have said anything though. That's wrong. You shouldn't speak about somebody like that.
You mean like
when you put my mother in the hospital, bro, all fucking bets are off. Okay.
Okay, your common sense.
I don't know anything about that.
That's
he put my mother in the hospital right before Thanksgiving.
Common sense. That's like calling somebody a junkie that's not a junkie.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. That's not right.
Well, that's what he did to me.
Okay. And you didn't say anything about him?
I'm just saying.
And look, also FBS negligently helped get Lee doxxed because he provided the stacks with those screenshots. He didn't clip the number off. FBS has done a number of things himself that are questionable.
Tony,
Ali,
give me a sec.
Ali came back.
Tony,
Ali talk.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me that said anything about your mother and your father. That's not me. I've been trying to get a hold of you to tell you that. That's not me. People put fake accounts. I'm telling you now that wasn't me. I wouldn't say that's not my style. I don't talk about mothers and fathers and any of that shit. Second, common sense.
You're telling me that wasn't you that night.
I swear on my kids' lives.
$500.
Tony, listen. I swear on my kids' lives. They're downstairs. It wasn't me that said that about your wife and dad. Your wife and
not my wife, my mother.
It had nothing to do with me. That's somebody that wants to put me out there, and they use it as a super chat. They put it as a super chat. It's all lies.
Yeah, they did put it as a super chat. You give it $100 a pop.
There's not another message that you can see that I've wrote in about somebody's parents. I was against people dissing Shannon. It's not me. I've been trying to get a hold of you, but I don't know why some people keep on
So now I gotta look like an asshole again. And I gotta retract everything I just said about you.
No, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. But common sense.
I mean, because I'm a man too. You know what I mean? Like if you're being honest with me, Ali,
I swear,
then I apologize right now for everything I just said in the show.
No problem. We're good.
There we go. Some good just came out of the show right there.
Wait a minute. A lot of good's coming out of this show because there's a lot of discussion. Okay.
I
know, there's a lot of
apologize because if
discussion
you're
going
telling
there.
me that FBS is using fake names on super chats, it's what I've been saying for months. I've been
Listen,
saying it for
okay,
months.
and I'll say this now. I have an email. See, he needs me to hate you. Before, I had an email that he gave me your phone number and told me to put on the email, to put it out on the internet. I never did that. Not once, and you won't see it. I have the email of your number from FBS's email. Okay, Tony? And
Yeah,
I've
okay.
never,
I
ever
showed
gave it to a soul.
I showed
Because
that
it wasn't my
email, as a
style.
matter of fact. I
Just
showed
so you
that
know.
email.
All right.
Common
We're
sense.
good.
One
We're
more
good.
thing before I leave.
Yes.
Common sense.
Yes.
How come you never went on FBS's show and said, do you have proof that Ali doxed your number? Why are you doing it
What
on
do you
this
mean?
show?
What do you mean? What are
Okay,
you
so
talking
he
about?
made a show about me giving his number to people. You had to watch it,
Yes.
right? Why didn't you
I
tell
didn't
him?
see that one. I
Come
didn't
on,
see that.
come on, bro. You've seen everything against us, but okay, just go to the show.
No, I haven't. I haven't seen everything.
Okay,
When they
common
asked me
sense.
about the
Okay.
smoking Tommy thing, well, hold on. Hold on.
So there's a show
Ali,
that
hold on
said,
1 second.
there's a show
Ali,
that
hold
said
on 1
that
second,
he
please.
doxed me.
No, common sense. Let Ali finish, please.
There's a show that he had for 2 hours. Who doxed him?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
you had to see the show about me not having proof. Legit, you're an FBS guy, but you never saw the show about him saying about me. I gave his number out. Where's the proof?
If he doesn't have any proof, he shouldn't have said it. He's dead wrong for that.
Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you go on somebody's
Yes.
show? Can you go on somebody's show and make it national? FBS, you're wrong. Not on this show. Go on somebody else's show like you did here and say FBS, you're wrong. Take it down.
I don't go on other people's shows. I go on I go on
legit.
FBS's once in a while, and times I'm on Lee Cole's show right now saying that if FBS made a claim saying that you doxed his phone number and you did not do it and he had no proof, he should not have done that. He's dead wrong for that.
Okay, that's good.
Now I like to say
Okay,
something.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, I like to say something. FBS always makes the claim that I doxed his phone number, which I never did. And where's the proof on that? There is no proof. FBI fucking lies like a rug. That's it. You're defending a guy that fucking lies more than anybody on these rooms.
He blames everything on Josie, too.
He's the biggest liar there is.
And
He's the
before I
one that
leave, one
doxed
more
my
thing before I
number.
leave.
Wait 1 second. He sent my number to Thin Gray Line. He sent my number.
Calm down.
With my name on it. And then
Lee, you talked to Thin Gray Line. You talked to Thin Gray Line, Lee. So why would he have to give him your number when you talk to him?
I'm telling you what he did. He sent it to Thin Gray Line during the show, and Thin Gray Line put it up after it was given to him by FBS. Are you
Lee, have you ever talked
for him now?
Lee, have you ever talked to Thin Gray Line on the phone before that show?
What does that have to do with anything, dude?
Because you're saying that FBS gave Thin Gray Line your number.
You showed a message.
Hold on, why are you
I
talking
gotta
about
get you out of here, man. Nah, fuck this.
Why? You can't talk rationally? I'm having a rational conversation with you, and you won't.
Hey, common sense. That's not the point. That's not the point. What Lee is saying.
Oh my God, this guy just
the guy doxed the number. It doesn't matter who had it first. It went out there because FBS handed the screenshot.
And the guy's trying to say that he's not simping for fucking FBS. It's so fucking obvious. And you know what? Mob Rats saying he's not a simp. I'm sorry, Mob Rats, you're wrong. He's a fucking simp. Okay, let's move on, guys.
One more thing before I leave. Tony?
Yeah.
You got the strongest fucking army behind you. Your loyalist guy, your people in your comments are some hardcore shit, man. These guys, especially the comments on Tony's page, whatever you guys call it, channel, are just crazy. You got a lot of love from a lot of guys, eh?
Well, I'm honest. I'm honest. I don't fucking lie. I don't try to bullshit people. You know what I mean?
If there was a fight, his army would kill anyone's army. You're legit, buddy. Anyways, I gotta go, Lee.
Thank you.
Guys.
Okay,
Thank you.
Ali, thanks for coming back.
Take it easy, Ali.
Appreciate it.
Even though you
Ali.
hated on me once or twice, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, people, I'm going to say something before we go on. If you watch this show, you see that we give everybody an opportunity. But if you have somebody come on for an hour and defend somebody and refuses to say that person did anything wrong unless you got to tell them, and he doesn't understand doxing and what FBS did that night with the doxing, giving it to, he doesn't deserve to stand this show no more. It's obvious that he's simping for one person. And if that was really you Mob Rats, for you to say he's not a simp, I'm sorry, Mob Rats. He's a simp.
Mob
That's
Rats.
it. Okay.
MRE?
Yes.
What was
because
he sticking?
Yeah, he was in here saying he's not
Now,
a simp. but
somebody
it's obvious
using the
he's a
Mob
simp.
Rats exposed name is in the chat.
That's
It
what I
could be
think.
him. It may not be. So we don't know.
I'm not sure. It just doesn't sound like something he would take.
It doesn't sound like something he would say, though.
So you know what? Common sense can run back to FBS tonight and tell FBS what a great job he did. The fact of the matter is this: there was a scam pulled. No matter what they say, they don't want to admit there was a scam pulled. And yes, Ali might have other motives in this, but the fact of the matter is, Tommy was on his deathbed, had no motives in this, and Tommy said what happened. But the fact of the matter is, Tommy was on his deathbed, had no motives in this.
Worth repeating.
The fact of the matter is, Tommy was on I have no idea what that.
Worth repeating.
I was just trying to look at the chat. I was trying to look at the chat. So
Oh, that was you. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at the chat.
I'm going to ask. I appreciate you coming here. Is there anything you want to say before you leave? Because we've been on for 2.5 hours.
No, thanks for letting me chime in and listen to this wonderful conversation.
Front row seats.
Hey.
I'm getting a lot of questions about your trial. I didn't even know you were on trial.
Huh?
People asking me about your trial. I said, I don't know you're on trial. You have a trial?
Oh, yeah, it's civil, though.
Oh.
Yeah, civil stuff. But yeah, like you guys said with the doxing, last thing I'll say, like even I have Fat Boys information because you know these trolls, they're weird to me. I don't know why they do that, but you know they'll email you, and I never put up anybody's information, not even Fat Boy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
yep.
Well,
a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people in his camp, they do it, and you know how the kids are tattled, like a tattletale type of guy. He's weird. You know?
They're all a bunch of fucking
weird.
No sack soy boys.
Anybody that lets their wife go out there and insult people where she's going to be counterattacked is an idiot. She came out last night insulting the daylights out of Tony. I mean, what for? She doesn't think that Tony's going to hit back on her? How stupid is that you would put your wife in that position? That says a lot about him as a human being.
Well, it looked like to me like they rehearsed it for all day. She was reading off of a fuck. She was reading off of a letter. You know what I mean? Like asking them, "How am I doing?" "Oh, you're doing good." You know what I mean? Like it's all stage bullshit with them. You know what I mean? It's you know anybody can see that they staged their shit. And it took 4 months for her to fire back at me for all the shit that I've said. And all she can call me is Camel Jaw. And she keeps bringing up my mother's money. You know, get over it. You're a fucking dirtbag, trailer trash, and I'm a guy that comes for money. You know what I mean? That's all. You know what I mean? It's like I don't live off my parents. I try to be my own man. Nobody understands that much. You know what I mean? Like, so my mom gave me a hands up with 10 grand. You know, they think like I get that every month. You know, they're crazy. You know, they're just jealous people. You know, and like I said, they can't leave their house. You know, they leave when they go out of the house. Everybody goes inside, shuts the doors and the blinds. You know, here they come. They go to the mall. Everybody goes to the other side of the mall. You know what I mean? There's nobody around them when they're walking around. I walk around. I walk around. People embrace me. You know.
JC, is there anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, there's 290 people watching the Lee Cole show on a Sunday. God bless America.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we had a lot of stuff here. We brought people in here that disagree with what's being said.
You leaving?
That's about a show.
I'll catch up with you Thursday.
No, I'm good. That's how we do a show. And the fact that we have this many people in there for 2 hours is incredible. And because Fat Bull Sicilian says he's the only one.
All right, love you, bro. I'll call you later.
Give me a buzz later, or I got Thursday. We'll go for brunch over there.
Pizza. Sure, Tony's Thursday. Already on to his next conversation.
Thank you.
And
No,
I
no,
got about
I'm saying goodbye to my friend.
Oh, okay.
I was out with a friend of mine watching football, and I got sidetracked with this.
and just so people do know, today I received about $800 in
Thank you, bro.
donations.
Love
That's
you.
really
All right.
means a lot. Thank you. I'm sure that FBS will be talking about that because he's a creep. That's what the guy is. He's a creep. And the more he talks, the more we got to just go after him because of what he is. And okay, Highlight. Thank you so much for showing up, my man.
Yeah.
Okay, Tony.
All right,
Thank
thanks.
you. Thank you,
Hey,
Tony.
no, thank you guys. Good to see you, JC. Highlight.
Hey, tell your mods to unblock me, Tony. That clown JoJo blocked me the other day.
I got to get into my computer and fix that, bro. I don't know how to get in there.
All right, I'm around. I'm still watching your show. It's cool. All right.
I mean, I was pissed off when they hit you, and then I couldn't even get you out of there myself because I tried to click on it and it won't let me in.
Okay, I had to get, okay, guys, I just want to thank, right now we have 277 people we're going out right now on a Sunday. That's really good. And I want to appreciate it. And I thank everybody. Listen, it may have been a little bit crazy, people yelling and saying things. The only way you could do this is by having all sides give their opinion. So, and that's what we do here. We're not going to be like these other shows and block people out for having opinions. Common Sense came in here for an hour. It was obvious what his agenda was. And when the time came, it got to the point I had to let him leave because it was obvious what his motive was. And my motive right now is to have a good show. Like I told you, I was going to be on live on a more regular basis. And I just want to prove a point. My numbers when I do lives are 3,000 and above. So nobody has a better show. If you do 1 or 2 or 3 lives a day, you're going to get more viewers. I choose not to. I might not do a live for a couple more days. I gave up football today. Probably because my picks sucked today. There's so many upsets. But thank you. Thanks everybody. And did you guys see Jake Paul knock out Tyrone Woodley last night? If anybody thinks that fight was fixed, they really have issues. That was one of the hardest punches I ever seen land in a fight. If you haven't seen that Jake Paul fight last night and the way he knocked out Tyrone Woodley, please go watch it. He hit him so hard, it took Tyrone Woodley 10 minutes to wake up. It was an incredible knockout. So if you get a chance, really go watch that. It was really, the fight was boring until that punch landed, but it was one of the hardest punches. Jake, you can say what you want about Jake Paul, but the fact of the matter is he could fight. People may not want to hear that, but the kid could fight. But anyway, everybody take care. Thank you so much for coming to my show, and I'll see you at a live soon. Goodbye.